Yes, people. We are back in the building. We are live once again. It's the Manchester United versus Burnley live match preview. Obviously, we'll get into the big talking point today. Paul Pogba's comments on Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's man management skills. Got my bro Rick in the building. It's going to be us two today. Obviously, the other's going to make it today. But as you guys know, we'll be back after the game on Sunday to talk all the great stuff. And yeah, man, this preview is going to be funny because the Pogba thing, Rick says it's not a big deal. I think it is because it's mad. Pogba finally speaking out on this whole the virus talk and all that bad negativity stuff Jose left the club in. And we're going to talk about Ole's positives today because as much as the Ole outers want to cuss him and that, Pogba's come out and said, the management style is, we'll get into that. But guys, like I say every time, make sure you subscribe if you're new and smash the like button and let's get straight into this. Yes. Yes, Harry in the chat already. Yeah, man, we're good, man. Obviously, we're here to do another match preview. Content's coming thick and fast. Yeah, man. Obviously, we're going to talk about the game. I know the game kind of sounds like not a dead rubber game, but it's like the Premier League's is coming to an end. The big talk about I want to talk about is Paul Pogba because I know every United fan woke up today and saw the news and thinking, what's going on here? Why all of a sudden he's come out and making these not wild statements, but it's refreshing to see. So I've got his quotes on my phone. Let me just read them out if you guys haven't seen them. The main headline was that Jose goes against his players. Like it's not even a surprise thing. Like everyone knows this, but for Pogba to come out and say it publicly, like Rick, what do you think? I know you said it's not a big deal, but when you deep it.
No, but if you have to deep it like this, before every game, they do interviews with players, and it normally comes out on a Saturday, They've only given us the soundbite of the interview, basically, and this is not even the full thing's coming out on Saturday or Sunday, Sunday, and they've already done a mad thing.
Yeah, like, it's Friday, that's mad.
Has made it viral already, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even the full interview. You know what I mean? Like, remember when Griezmann did an interview saying that he was going to decide what club he was going to sign for?
Yeah,
and all of that, and it wasn't as big as this, bro.
It's Paul Pogba with a brand, man. We always say this. He's huge. It's a huge.
And you watch the clip. I was like, it's not all that. It's like when we found out that there was a training round basket between Mourinho and Pogba. Then you're like, is that it?
I watched it today again. Yeah, it's actually funny the way he looked at Jose. Like,
it's like, what, you being for real? Like, are you
all right, fam?
Like. But you know what I mean? Because there's people who literally, like, you heard at Chelsea, there's a punch-up between Rudiger and
the keeper, Kepa.
And that's like nothing. But between Pogba and Mourinho, it's...
You know why? It's because, I know Pogba said it's because of, obviously, you just beat Spurs in it. And then Jose was saying that only about his children not getting fed for...
The other thing is that it's Manchester United.
Exactly,
so the clicks. Sensation as clickbait.
Exactly, and it's worked once again. That's what everyone's talking about today. Pogba is his management style with, his relationship with Ole now. He says that Jose went against the players. Ole will never do that. Like he might not pick players, but he won't just because under Mourinho. I remember Pogba just got dashed. Like I remember we played Liverpool.
He's saying that that Mourinho is capable of like freezing players out without explanation. Basically,
I don't rate that, fam.
But I said to you, this is like the thing is like people might think this is strange, but I don't know about you, man. But I've always said that. Should I say this? I don't know if I should say this or not.
Bro, who cares, bro?
Like sometimes that's how women work. Sometimes, isn't it? They don't tell you what you've done wrong.
It's true.
You know what I mean? They expect you to know. You get me? So it's not. We're not used to men doing that and stuff like that, but it's behavior I've seen before.
No, but in the football world, though, like it's strange. Like this is a working environment. If you're gonna free someone out, at least tell them why they're not playing, or don't just.
If it's a basic to you, then you just think you're not serious. Think about it, like but if you were a right back, say someone playing with a right back, and then Everyone in the team told this guy to go get goal side. He didn't get goal side. Yeah. And then you concede 2 goals because of it, and then you get subbed. And you're like, why did I get subbed? Are you gonna explain?
Yeah, but is that the same Pogba though? Because for me, Pogba under Mourinho, I think the first season he was actually playing. He was one of our best players, and then
Well, I think Mourinho's issue with him was obviously his defensive work. It was obviously his defensive work.
yeah, but they're not playing there. Like,
Well, I understand that, but I don't know if he needed. I don't even know if Pogba needed an explanation.
bro, come on, man, it's Pogba.
Okay.
He's a record signing. For him to just get dashed to the side with no explanation is a madness, fam.
No, but I'm sure you can. They work together day in day out. I'm sure he has like an idea.
Yeah, but are you not man enough to tell, man? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't rate Jose for that. Like,
did Pogba ask?
Right? Is oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he could have.
Did Pogba go to him and be like, Gaffer, I want to be in your good books. I want to be on the pitch. Just tell me what I did wrong, and maybe I can work on it, or we can come to a resolution or something like that. I doubt it. I think it's just 2 big egos, man.
Yeah, but like we always say, the manager's always the first to go, and because he is the one that started our Pogba's a virus and all that.
Mourinho, like at the end of the day, like the way Mourinho sees it is, it's not that he loses, it's the club that loses. Does that make sense? When he wanted to get rid of Martial, he wanted to get rid of Pogba, or all of that, it wasn't just for him to get rid of these players, because he thought that if he got rid of these players, he thought he'd bring in players that would win or do better in the scenario. Does that make sense? I am on Pogba's side on this argument type of thing, because I do believe that as a manager, it's your job to get the best out of your best assets. But on the other hand, as a manager, you want to be supported by your board as well.
Yeah, I get that, but
so it's just like it's like no one's in the wrong, but you can see everyone's point of view.
No, I think Jose's one. I think he was just too stubborn. Like,
no, like think about it. You like we've all worked somewhere before. If you're the boss, yeah, and someone's not following your instructions, you just want them out. You don't want to have to deal with them day in day out. You try. But if you're the boss and it's your head that's on the line, if you don't get the results and someone's not pulling their weight, you want them out.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, like Harry said, they had a great relationship before. So for it to just turn sour like that, it was a bit weird. Like, even Pogba said he doesn't even know till now why.
What game was that before? Like, what games? I can't even remember. It was so long ago.
Was it the Tottenham game? I remember they were arguing one time.
Did we lose that game?
Yeah, I think we lost against Spurs.
That's the one. Is that the one when the ball drops to Harry Kane and Dele Alli in like the first 2 minutes? Already, like the first.
Yeah. Ericsson scored in the first minute. Yeah, that game. Yeah,
I understand. My Mourinho was pissed. I understand. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like, I was pissed as well.
That's me. Everyone can hold smoke. Especially my leaders.
Yeah.
You're a 100-gram player, and Dele Alli and Kane are running rings around you. And your teammates, there's no response. There's no response from you. You don't get when you go to take the center spot. You don't say, "Come on, guys, let's go at them. Let's do something." Yeah, I'd be the same. If I was like a captain, whatever it is, I would be like, "You man, or I wouldn't even use the language."
I get
the language, bro. Like, so that's I think Mourinho's reaction is quite light. That's light. That was like Roy Keane or something like that.
Yeah, but like we know, football's changed. You can't. Especially
after your team gets smacked like that.
Yeah, but then it's the focus on the next game. Now, since that game, he created a negative vibe. Like, it was just toxic.
So like the Ralph, what's his name called again? The guy at Southampton.
What, Hasenhuttl?
Ralph Hasenhuttl thing. 7-0. It's all right, guys.
It was 7-0 though. I think was it 1-0?
Yeah. It's all right. And then in another couple of months' times, another 7-0. Get smacked again.
Oh man, like I've always said, Jose.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, do you hear? Like,
I get, but Jose's way of
white. I don't think it's as black and white as people.
His way of managing is done. Like, before, you had players like the Essians and the Mikkels, and football ain't like that anymore. You can't use that same. Look what he's done to Dele Alli in this Tottenham team. Like, come on, man.
But, like, this is the thing. Like, if you're a manager, yeah, and you have a player of incredible potential and talent, and the guy's not training well, and then you turn on your TV and you see man in a Boohoo advert.
No, but
Like, no, think about it. Think that actually.
I don't think that matters
it.
though. I don't matter though.
It wouldn't matter if you were doing your job. Do you get it?
Yeah, but he probably had he signed prior to that. Yeah, but no. You can drop him, but it's the way that he's handled the situation. It doesn't.
The reason why I get it is like, if you're gonna, we all know, like, if you're gonna be someone that takes a little bit of liberties, you have to deliver.
Of course.
Look at Cantona, all of that. Like, do you know what I mean? Even Cantona, even though he delivered, even he still got cut off by Fergie. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, just get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get it.
Roy Keane, like all those type of players, if you have like a massive negative off the pitch or to do with your person or anything like that, you have to deliver. If you deliver, the manager will back you from here to the. Look at Ryan Giggs and his, misdeeds and stuff like that. Like, if you're doing your job, why would your manager turn against you?
You know what, with Jose, I just think the way he does it is like, when he does it, it's so like, it's so negative. Like, it's so like he does it so blunt. Like, it's so.
Yeah, I think the reason why is because people don't understand that Mourinho is a patient man. Like, look how many stories. He has stories of like the Balotelli. The fact that he got a tune out of Balotelli means he's an extremely good manager.
Yeah, back then though. Like, now,
even back then, like even with Pogba, him and Pogba had a good relationship.
And then what happened?
Everyone has a limit. You know what I'm trying to say? Everyone has a limit.
Wait.
I'm like that. I'll be in good terms with someone. I'll be like, look, this is just my line. This is my line.
That's the detriment.
You've done it once. Cool. You've done that. You crossed that line once. Yeah, this is my line. Don't do it again. And we'll be cool. And then they cross the line again. You're finished. Like, that's how people are.
Now his one is when you're finished. When you're finished, it's like there's no way back. That's what I don't like. No, but I don't like that. Once he dropped Pogba, that was it. It looked like Pogba, he will leave the club. He will never play again. He did it to Luke Shaw. He was, bro. Luke Shaw, the treatment of Luke Shaw.
The Luke Shaw one.
I
think that's bullying.
That's straight bullying.
I think that's a straight bullying. Yeah, the Luke Shaw one. But the Pogba one is not that. Like, think about it. Yeah. For you to be at that something, it means you've given them chances. You saw, if you watch the documentary of Tottenham, he gave Ali chances. He gave jovial digs at him at training and saying, you need to be better at training. Yeah. And then he didn't react. So if you don't react to stuff like that, it means basically like, I've gone about it nicely, but you don't think it's not important to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I heard that. But
how you train is not important to you. How the team is without the ball is not important to you. Like, and there's only how many ways can you point that out to someone? You can do it nicely. You can use jokes, teammates, comments, more jokes. How long until someone's going to be? You can't.
With Jose, it's a familiar pattern. That's what it's like. Because even when he went to Tottenham, when he first came, I remember his press conference. He's like, "I'm going to change. I'm going to do this," and it lasted for like a couple of months, and then he went.
I think he tried with Dele Alli. I think he tried. He did try because when he first came, he was getting a tune at Dele Alli. But what he said,
he was.
You have to train. Like, you have to train. If you like care about the rondos at Madrid, just the rondos. Like, people are like, when you come to the club and then you go to the rondos, you're like, this is next level football.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola literally sends players in if you make too many mistakes in the first few couple of rondos. He says, you're not ready to play today, go back in. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the type of what he's trying to build. Mourinho wants. He wants a certain type of mentality. Does that make sense? And he's trying to build that.
Do you think that's in the modern game though? Because I think if he keeps doing this, it's just going to keep failing. The players now are soft. They're soft.
You know what it is? I think Pep Guardiola learned early in his career that he must have everyone singing off the same hymn sheet.
Yeah, on side. Yeah.
That's why the Zlatan thing didn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Although they were still winning games and stuff like that, Zlatan wasn't happy with the dynamic of the team. Wasn't happy with Messi's the golden boy, and all of that type of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, so then from then on, there's no characters in his team. He just says to you, simple as, even if you're as big as Henry when you come to Barcelona, this is your job in the side. You don't do that, you don't play. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and Mourinho, unfortunately, he doesn't cherry pick his clubs as much as Guardiola has. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he has more to deal with when he goes to his clubs. Does that make sense? There's more, it's less, I don't know, there's more uncertainty. Does that make sense? When Pep Guardiola goes somewhere, it's like set up for him. He already has a couple signings in the bag. He already has his budgets for the next couple of seasons. He already has complete and utter backing, full stop. Or he just leaves. You know, Mourinho really doesn't really have that. So he has to deal with a bit more, you know, uncertainty and unrest. You know, I don't think it's a big deal.
I think it is. In football now, it's huge, fam.
I don't know what top manager would be happy with Pogba's performances.
Of course, but there's the way to handle it. His one is just I get it's ruthless and he wants to be obviously the boss on that, but he needs to have
did to Joe Hart.
Yeah, but even Joe Hart, the way he speaks about it, it's not like he will never speak bad about it. Like,
not because he knows who. This is the thing. Like, Joe Hart has respect. That's the reason why. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If Henry was managing the club or Patrick Vieira was managing the club, and they did that to Paul Pogba, he wouldn't have anything to say. Look at what Zlatan was doing to him. Look what Zlatan was doing to him when he first came to the club. Because he respects them, he didn't have anything to say. You have to understand, like, Mourinho is one of those few managers that hasn't been a top footballer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he has, that's why he's the way he is. Because the way football isn't the best man for the job gets the job. It's who you know, it's politics.
I think for Jose though, if he's gonna continue being a top manager, he needs to just take that, not take the L, but he needs to be more friendly with the players, man. Like, look at Oli. The contrast to Oli, as much as people don't rate his football tactics and that, the thing that's helping him get by is the man management. Like you said with Luke Shaw, look at him now. Like, he credits most of that to Oli, like give him the confidence in that. Like Oli with the players.
You see, with Pep Guardiola, that job is for his assistant.
Yeah, well, that's why Oli probably got.
That was Arteta's job. Does that make sense? Arteta used to be the nice, friendly guy.
Yeah, but credit to Oli, he brought back Carrick, he brought back McPhelan, the United.
No, I understand all of that, but I'm just saying that, like, top managers, they're not the person. Do you think Guardiola's a nice guy?
I think so. Yeah.
You honest to God think Guardiola's a nice guy?
Yeah, man management. Obviously,
no, I'm asking you. Do you think he's a nice? I'm not talking about man management. I'm talking about. Do you think he's nice?
What, nice to who though? What do you mean?
Do you think he's nice? So if he has a Paul Pogba in his camp, how do you think he's dealing with that?
Appropriately.
Yeah,
it may not be nice, but
I guarantee you that Mourinho is more vocal than Pep Guardiola is.
He probably is.
Toure tried to get in contact with Pep Guardiola, no reply about the racism thing.
Yeah, but I can't blame Pep for that though.
No reply.
Bruv, he accused Pep to be not liking black players. If I was Pep, I'd be like, no, I don't want to chat to you. Like, how could you make such an accusation?
It's an accusation.
Nah, bro, you can't be saying those things though.
Accusation. Why can't you say that?
How could you say it, bruv? Like,
racism is a proven problem in top flight football.
It is, but
why say that? So why can't you say that?
Now you can, but I'm just saying. I understand.
How many black members of coaching staff has Pep Guardiola hired in his whole career?
Well, there's not many.
Is there a lot? Is there a lot?
There's not many about anyway. In football,
I guarantee. Unfortunately, when I like it, I guarantee even all the greats, all the people we love in football, they all have subcultural biases, like subconscious biases about people from different areas and different ethnicities. And I guarantee you, Pep Guardiola is not immune from that. So there's probably some truth in what Yaya Toure has said.
Maybe, but
There
I
probably
understand
is.
why. I understand why he's angry though. Like,
Doesn't matter if you're angry.
it does. That's why he ain't replied. He's thinking that.
If it's about a subject as sensitive as racism, yeah. Has Pep Guardiola ever had a banana thrown at him or had those type of chimpanzee sounds thrown at him in a game?
No.
No, but Yaya Toure has, Raheem Sterling has. So if they want to talk to you about something like that, your pain doesn't matter. Do you get what
No, but it's the fact that Yaya acknowledged he
anyway,
was.
my point is to you is that them man are not nice guys. Iniesta, even though he looks all quiet and that, they're not all top flight footballers. Most of them are, I don't know what words to use, but they're not. To be that type of footballer, to be a top footballer, you have to have a lot of edge. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to have, that's the type of personality you have. You have to be cutthroat. It's top flight football. It's small margins. Even Klopp, you see all smiley. He has a lot of, look at how Oli handled Lukaku.
Yeah.
And now he's in the market for clones of Lukaku.
Yeah, but if you ask Lukaku, he said he even said he handled it like it wasn't like malicious. Like it was. I don't rate you. No, I don't rate you, but you're not my guy. You can look for a club. And then Lukaku said, "Cool, I'm gone." Like that's how you do when you're trying to drop someone. Like just say it straight. For me, when Mourinho did it, it was like, watch that video again. He walks into training and he mutters something. Pogba was like, what the hell? Like, I would love to hear the audio, but it was these sly comments. It was just unprofessional.
I don't know. I think it's normal, man.
I don't rate that, man.
I think it's normal, man.
Like if everyone keeps, even Luke Shaw said, like, look at the comments with Luke Shaw. Like,
no, I know. I think Shaw. I think Paul Pogba's thing is a bit blown out of proportion.
Nah, you're forgetting he called Pogba a virus to the team. Virus, fam. That's mad.
What are you thinking of it from his perspective though? Like if you're a manager, yeah, and the players who are the most, I don't know, commanding the most respect in your changing room are players like Pogba and Lingard doing videos all the time, and your team is not winning.
Yeah, but you see that as a manager, you have to think. It depends on how you feel. Do you wanna? You have to make a decision. Like obviously he made his decision, but the decision led to him getting sacked.
You guys don't get it. I don't think you guys
get it.
At Leicester City, yeah, Brendan Rodgers, they have procedures and protocol. You cross the protocol, you didn't play. He dropped 2 players, bro. That's how managers work.
Look at the way he did it though. It wasn't no like blown up proportion. He gave his reasons why. What they did, they dropped, and then watch next game. They're coming straight back in. They got semi-final. Was it tomorrow or Sunday? Them 3 players are gonna play. Like it's gonna be forgotten about. We move on. But with us, it's like this whole pantomime. Oh, Pogba this.
No, it is. Yeah, our club is similar to Chelsea. That makes sense.
What do you mean?
Our club is a rare club where the players can easily get you sacked.
Yeah. Well, that's like most big clubs.
No. It's not most big clubs. It's just Chelsea, Manchester United. That's it.
No, and
PSG. That's it.
Yeah, that's because it happened to us. But I think if other clubs, their players down tools, the manager will get sacked.
Other clubs, managers,
Arsenal,
players do not down tools. This only happens at Madrid, Manchester United, Chelsea, and PSG. Those are the only big clubs that do that.
Arsenal, it happened to Arsenal a couple of times since Wenger's gone. Look at Unai Emery's exit.
It's not like when you hear Chelsea, it's literally the players had a conversation with the owner and the manager's gone. Do you get me?
Yeah.
It's the same thing at United.
No.
Rio Ferdinand that did that. Rio Ferdinand and Everett, all of that did that with Moyes.
Yeah.
It's not all clubs. Don't tell me it's all clubs. It's not all clubs because when I see clubs like Liverpool, that would never happen at Liverpool. Impossible.
No, but that's because they respect Klopp.
It's not just that because they don't bring in players of that ilk.
No, but it happened when they had what's his name? What's that manager's name? The Crystal Palace manager, Hodgson. When he was there, bare players were not feeling that at all. I remember he didn't last long. He had to leave. Then they brought in Kenny Dalglish.
I'm saying it's rare. Do you get it?
Yeah, that's
At
because
United, it's not rare.
it's because we're not winning. That's why.
Yeah, at Chelsea, it's not rare.
Mm.
Yeah, that would never happen at City.
Yeah, that's because they have the good managers.
It's not just that. There's a structure in place that prevents it from happening. There's no way that a player at City can go straight to the owner and be like, "See this Guardiola guy, see this Mancini guy." They'll be like,
That's because they're winning.
who are you?"
But if they were losing,
at Chelsea, it's like, "Oh, Rudiger, what? You want to call? You can just call the manager. You can just call him." Yeah, you see this manager, and he picks up. Ed Woodward as well.
I think it will happen to any big club if they're losing. Is all the things you're saying is because their teams are winning. That's why it will never happen. Like City can't. How dare they? With all the trophies Pep's won, Mancini won the league, the other guy won the league. If they start coming 6th, 7th, the big players in that team are definitely talking to that.
I know what it is, yeah.
That owner, 100%.
Those big players have achieved something for the club.
Exactly. That's what I said. They've got credit in the bank.
Okay, so has Pogba got any credit in the bank?
Well, he's won trophies. He's won the World Cup.
Wow.
he's the only one. He's the only one.
I said for the club.
No, but his brand, like I said, Pogba's a brand. That's why he has that power to do that.
So, like, this is the thing. Like, this is actually the thing. Like, Mourinho's had, as I said to you, Mourinho's having to deal with big personalities in football without support. You know, without support. And at the end of the day, whether you agree with it or not, it's his head that's on the line. Yeah, you mess up, you still get your contract. You mess up, you still get paid. You mess up, you still somehow retain your credentials as a top flight footballer, you know, as a top class footballer. Mourinho, now look at his name being dragged through the gutter. It's like when players go on loan. It's like when youth players go on loan, and then they're playing with players who literally their mortgage depends on getting the bonus of, you know, winning a certain amount of games per season. Do you get it? Like, and then they're saying to these young players now, you see them little stepovers you've been doing in youth football? Dead that. Get the ball in the box. We need to win the game. We need to score. Do you get me? It's stakes. And I don't feel like certain footballers understand the stakes in top class football because they're just happy to be there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So I get it from Pogba's point of view. I do understand it, but he's not a responsible footballer.
Yeah, but even like,
and that's where I draw my line. If it was someone like Modric or a footballer who I don't, we even have professionals like that. Someone like Ashley Young back then at the club. If a player like that is having issues with Mourinho, cool, but Mourinho will never have problems with a footballer who's doing their job. He'll never.
That's true.
Never. That's why I'm not anti Mourinho on this thing, because I've never seen Mourinho have issues with people. Luke Shaw has admitted that he was not fit under Mourinho.
Yeah, he has to take responsibility.
He's admitted all those things. Lukaku was not fit under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If he was in his fit prime, I'm sure Ole would have kept him. Do you get it? So at the end of the day, as Jack said sometimes, these are grown men. Yeah, and they're living the dream. They have a privilege of being professional footballers at the highest level, and they're taking the mick.
That's true.
At the end of the day, so I'm not gonna stand here and be like, "Oh, poor Pogba, poor guy."
But the fact is not Mourinho's thing. Is not, you can't put the 100% blame on Mourinho. Like you said, these players, like Luke Shaw, even like he like you said, he was fat, bro. Like he wasn't taking football seriously. Nutrition was bad. Like he always used to come back preseason overweight. Obviously,
and think about modern football, Jerry. Back in the day, Fergie knew everything, but now literally Mourinho knows everything. You have blood transfusions. You have you have your fat to muscle ratio. They test everything. They see your running stats in training. Everything is forensically analyzed. When you're seeing the players failing here, yeah, and failing on the pitch, but then off the pitch not doing anything to try and correct it, you're gonna be fuming.
Yeah,
You're gonna be fuming as a manager. Definitely.
that's true. But to credit Oli, I think the way he does it. Like, I have to give credit to him the way he.
I don't rate our club, Jerry. I don't want to lie to you. I don't rate our club.
No, I'm talking about him specifically. Obviously, the
Yeah,
club.
I know, but the fact that we have to have like a manager that has to
that's
control
football.
these players and give them hugs and all of that for them just to play football. For you, Manchester United, it's a disgrace. The badge should be enough for you to run.
That's it, but bro, like I keep saying, football's gone soft. Like you have to adapt. Man.
I actually believe, like you've seen players chosen from the championship, like Madison, who are doing better than some of our players and stuff like that. Give some of these players that are killing it in the championship a squad, just a squad role at United, and I guarantee you they perform better than some of our established international players.
Yeah, that obviously because they
just due to motivation. Just due to motivation.
Yeah, but like I keep saying, football. The fact is, right now, football. We've said it. Football's gone dead. Like the standard of the whole football game, the industry, is in the mud. So you're gonna have to change the way you. If you keep going for what you think is good back in the day, Mourinho. Look at Mourinho. His career is just going down and down and down. So,
but if you watch how United are signing right now, you see all this superstar, Paul Pogba type of players, all of that. They're signing players like Maguire, who are not the most talented players. Bruno, again, not the most talented of footballers. Yeah. They're signing these players because of the mentality, because they know that it's not about talent. Liverpool has proven that. Yeah, the most talented player they had, they sold.
Yeah,
and they won the Champions League.
That's true. Yeah, Jax. Obviously, I don't know if you've been watching, but the big Pogba comments today, the different management styles of Oli and Jose. Rick saying he's not fully on the bashing Jose because, like you've always said, players as well have to take responsibility for how they perform, how they prepare for games, and it's not just the manager. But to the Oli brigade, you got to give credit for how he's handled even the season with the whole Mino Raiola comments and how Oli like managed that whole situation, bringing Pogba back into the team. And obviously, with even Mason Greenwood, with all the stuff he's going through, the way Oli's managed him. Well, what did you think of the obviously the Pogba stuff? Because you said before it's not that you don't rate Pogba, but now he's looking like our best player in the last 5-6 games since he's come back from injury. He's been our best player. So, what do you think of the whole situation and that?
I've heard a bit of what you guys were saying. I think when it comes to these kind of things, right, there's no one answer fits all. There's so many moving parts. There's so many variables that you need to consider. Maybe I've got my investment hat on, but when you're looking at a player, for example, and I heard Ricky mention about talent or work rate, all of that adds to the formula, right? You can have the most talent. That's just one element of the whole formula, right? So if you haven't got a talent, if you've got a talent but you haven't got a work rate, you might not produce an output, right? Similarly, some players who've got the work rate but they lack the talent, if they don't have the talent at all, the output might not manifest, or it might manifest sometimes. So the formula requires you to have all these different moving parts, and yes, some might be more than others, but you need it at a decent level, and then you can have one thing that's so amazing that can push you to be that amazing kind of player. For example, like Ronaldo. Ronaldo had the talent, right? He wasn't the most talent, but he had the talent, right? And he had a work rate that pushed him to elevate to the highest level, right? And then you've got Messi, who's just pure. I don't even call that talent. I call that gift. He's just gifted. You know what I mean? So with Pogba, I think Pogba's talented. I think when it comes to his, analyzing him as a player, I think he's got a mentality that's on and off. He's great when everything's going well. When everything's going bad, sometimes he falls off. I also don't think managers have been, or our managers have been using him to the best of his ability. But as I always say, if you're going to get rid of a player like Pogba, you just have to bring on another player that produces the same output or a better output, that doesn't mean they have to be as talented. And it doesn't even mean they have to be anything. They just have to produce the output that he's producing. And it could be that they are less talented, but more motivated. And then that will push them to be producing better than Pogba. That's my issue. I wouldn't just buy a player because of his talent.
Like in football is that we all want to see the most talented footballers. We want to see the Coutinhos, the James Rodriguez's, the Neymars. We want to see them produce. We want to see
and that's what it comes down to.
Like how he's producing for Brazil that World Cup before he got his back injured. We want to see that Neymar week in, week out. But these men, obviously because they're multi-millionaires and all of that.
It's changed.
They're not motivated.
That's why it comes back to. That's why I said it comes back to the man management styles, because, like I think Poch said it, when Neymar plays against those teams in the French league, he doesn't really he doesn't get up for those games. It's only when it comes Champions League and that they have to, like, this is a big game, we need you to perform, and that's when he's on it. Like,
do you know what it is as well, Jerry and Ricky? There's so many moving parts that you have to literally sit down and analyze this. Football as a game has changed. So when we were watching football back in the days, I don't know about you, Ricky, but for me it was not just about winning. Like, it was entertainment, right? Like, I used to watch Ronaldo, and then Ronaldinho, he's my favorite footballer of all time. Back to school, I'm trying to flip flap. I'm trying to step up.
The thing is, Jax, back then is that the most talented team won.
Yeah. That's
and
true.
Now,
that's true.
If you ask me, the last team to win the Champions League, or the last few teams to win the Champions League, you actually look at them, they haven't got the most talented squads.
Yeah, because now the game has changed to actually add to what you guys always say. It's changed to, again, bringing that formula analogy. The variables have been placed towards one section more than others. It's not about just talent and being able to dribble. Now it's about systems.
And whose career actually shows you the change of football since we were kids to now? Salah. It's Cristiano Ronaldo himself.
Oh yeah, but look at Salah.
When he first came into football, steppies.
Yeah. Now it's just
chops.
Yeah,
shots from 80, from 40 yards. Entertainment.
Yeah.
Now all it's about is putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah. Because guess what? Because of the money. Because of the money. So we have to always go back to the fundamental business. The business is for money. Money it all comes down to money. Like, where you find the most things in life, it comes down to when I say money, it's not just the money, but also the accolades that comes with it as well, right? And nowadays, per goal that you're scoring, do you know how much money you're getting?
Right? Goal bonuses are huge.
Like or what it means, nowadays when you're picking players, I guarantee most of these scouts, or what they call themselves as scouts, I doubt they're even scouting talent. They're just scouting stats.
Yeah.
Right? They're just scouting stats. And I'm sure that's what Man United have been doing with looking at, Wan-Bissaka. 1-on-1 duels. He's won all the 1-on-1 duels. Maguire, every header he wins. And that's how they're scouting players. And I reckon there are so many I've in my own eyes, I've watched better players in the Championship. I've watched better footballers in the Championship.
There's better footballers in non-league football in this country.
There's better footballers that we've played with.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. But obviously, football is not 100% about talent anymore.
There's a lot to it.
And at the end of the day, like, I understand Pogba's gripes with Mourinho. I do.
So what's this be about?
I was gonna ask you, Jack. So who do you agree with? Because obviously, I don't know if you've seen it, but Pogba's come out and he blasted Mourinho, basically, like all the things we know about the virus. He said one day they had a great relationship, the next day they don't even chat. He was cast to the side with no explanation. He was just on the bench, and then Ollie's coming now. He's close to the players. He gets involved. The management's called. Luke Shaw, even look at him now. Look at us now. We're winning. Even the game on the Sunday, instead of Mourinho to talk about the game, he's talking about people's sons don't get fed. And he said that's Mourinho. That's what he likes. But if Ollie is good vibes, as we always say. So
but the good vibes is part of management.
That's what I'm saying.
I said this before. Like that's what I'm saying. There's so many moving parts, and the good vibes might not always work. But in some scenarios, it does. Right, and Jose's style in some scenarios works, and in some scenarios it doesn't.
He's saying like, oh yeah, vibes are good with Ollie and all that, but Ollie starts to deal with his annoying agent.
But
Yeah,
as
it
a
is,
manager,
but
you have
you're
to.
gonna.
If
That's
Ollie's,
management.
if Ollie's with you and he's defended you to the hill and all of that type of
You have
thing,
to help him as
should he
well.
should he have to deal with your agent making these jabs still?
Yeah.
Bro, you see me, Ricky. Yeah? You see what I'm like? Like, if I was a man, I don't care who you are. Like, I will get rid of you if you're gonna give me stress. It's that relationship. If my
Yeah,
girl's giving me
yeah,
stress,
yeah.
like, I hope
Yeah,
she's not watching.
yeah,
She's
you
probably
said
watching
it.
this.
Rick said it as well earlier.
Oh, you said that, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like. See me, bro. I don't like stress. And just don't come and stress me, bro.
Trust
Like,
me, unnecessarily, like couple
like, I
vote.
don't need it.
Couple vote.
I'm
Go
plenty
Madrid
more
or
fish
Phil.
in the
Go
sea and
Madrid
that.
or Phil. You think you're better than Kroos and Modric? You're laughing.
Yeah,
Are
but
you starting?
bro,
Is he
straight.
even starting for Madrid? Is he even
Straight.
starting for Madrid?
This is what I'm saying, bro. So like you're not. I don't really care if you're the best in the world. That's what I'm trying to say. Because the best in the world can leave and can still produce output.
We've seen it before. Like,
This is what I'm saying. So, bro, if you're gonna see them little things there, I would say, yo, go bye. I'll see you. That blessings. I wish you all the best with your
you know
future
what?
endeavors.
I'm kind of in limbo because it's not like I'm falling to like not bowing to Pogba. But I'm just thinking with how football is now, I think we need him, and with the manager we have, not to bash Oli, but he needs the best players. Like for us to keep Pogba. For me, I know I've said before that he can go in that, but I'm just thinking if he goes, and with the board and how we act, it will be a huge L.
No,
It comes down to the
Jamie,
opportunity cost, guys.
No, I agree with him because like our recruitment isn't great. We're not gonna
that's an issue.
The money. We're not gonna use it wisely to bring in the right type of footballer. Does that make sense? We'll probably go for a big name like Milinkovic, Savic, or something like that, and not use him properly.
Yeah. Big Ron said something that I think he agrees with what we're saying. He says, although we're discussing some individuals, football is a team game, not like tennis or boxing. The whole is a greater than that's like I've said this so many times. It's not just one thing. There's so many parts to it. Like and I've always used Carrick as a footballer for this example. I don't think he was the greatest footballer, but Carrick was like just a missing piece of a jigsaw that makes the team work. And that's what you need sometimes, rather than just stars.
Yeah, the best example is that England team where you had like Scholes playing left.
Ricky, do you know what I said of that? Yeah,
Lampard.
I said, if they were smart, they would have played Carrick with either one of them.
Yeah, of course, everybody knows that.
If they played Carrick with Scholes or Carrick with Lampard, or
even I think another one that was unadmired inside of that period.
Hargreaves
he used to play for Tottenham. It's Huddleston.
No,
he was a baller,
He got a few games,
No, I know, but he was amazing. Oh my!
He got one of the best passes I've ever seen.
Yeah,
amazing footballer. Amazing footballer.
Techie.
Was like that in England. He's also physically dominant.
Yeah, but you know what? They just didn't. If you just want to say football, just got so much to it, man. Like Lampard and Gerrard, really, play Scores left wing, really, really,
Yeah, Adidas basically signed Pogba for us. It was basically gave us 100 million for it.
Yeah, it was that's when we turned to Adidas with the
business, bro. That's why there's so many moving parts. It's not just football.
I know Jose is a strong-headed man, but you got to not fall in line. But if you don't, that's why he got sacked. Like
no, but the thing is, like, he's a winner. I won't begrudge him. Like if you're a winner, you rather go out swinging than just bow down and be mediocre. Do you get it?
Like, you know what it is, guys?
He's mediocre now. Like he's still
he's swinging, bro. He's swinging. You get what I'm saying? Man's
really winning.
I rate it. It's like a boxer being in the boxing ring. Are you gonna let yourself get hit in the face, or you're gonna go down swinging, bro?
But I can't going down swinging. You might look like a mutt, fam.
Big one's not agreeing with us with the Huddleston shot. To be fair, Huddleston was a good. I wouldn't say amazing. I think he gassed a bit too much. But
he was. No, he had
period. There was a period he was amazing. I'm sorry. There was a period.
I wouldn't say amazing. I say he was very good. When I watched Tottenham, he was one of the. When he got the ball, I knew he would pick like the right.
He's a great passer.
Great passer.
Yeah. I love those kind of footballers, as you would know, kind of thing.
You know what it is? Yeah,
I was gonna say something. Yeah,
being press resistant wasn't regular back then. But yeah,
being what? Sorry, being press resistant.
Being press resistant.
Yeah, he would have struggled in this era though. I think because he couldn't get about. He was
definitely. It would have been like a.
No, that's the thing. Before he got big, I'm saying before he got big, he was
I
still.
think he was
the
big
period
his
when
whole
he was
life. I
still
can't lie.
He got big, fam. His face was looking huge. His head
No,
was
he got
looking humongous,
big,
like.
bro.
He was
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
He was like,
He put on some weight,
burgers
bro.
cake big, like. I was gonna say something like, the thing about what happened with Man United and Jose, right, is something that happens in life a lot, in business, and like when you have so many key people in a situation where you have like you've got the board, you've got Jose, you've got big players like or players in general like Pogba, and nobody really wants to harmonize towards a goal, right? And everyone's just pointing the finger. Someone's got to go, and it's always going to be Jose. Do you get what I'm saying? Because, for example, people was like, "Oh, Jose didn't get backed," right? Like Jerry used to say, "Back him or sack him," right? If you backed him, he would have done well.
Yeah,
I have no doubt. I have no doubt, right? But the thing about Jose is he wasn't willing to adapt.
That's right. Yeah.
Right, and also the board were not willing to adapt. And the players were not willing to adapt, and that's the issue. Like no one wants to adapt to someone else's thing. The players want to play one way, Jose wants to play another way, and the board don't want to be spending money on a centre back. They've just given you Bailly, they've just given you Lindelof, and you're still asking for a centre back. Are you mad? Are you mad? That's what I'm saying. People don't understand that.
I think
that's the issue. That's the fundamental issue.
I think it goes back to the board. This is all the board's fault, really.
Man.
Yeah, but the board, but Ricky, what I'm trying to say, and again, I'm just talking about the moving parts, and that's why being advocate works. Is the board taking the position of the board as a finance guy, Ricky? I've given you Lindelof. I've spent P's and I've given you Lindelof. I've given you Bailly, and you're still coming to me asking for a centre back, bruv.
I'm coming to you because your long-term planning as a club is a joke.
But I've listened, and okay, that's cool. And I've hired you. I've hired you to solve this issue.
Now,
and I've given you 2 players, and you're still asking for the same type of player again. How can I trust you not to come back again the next season? And that's what I mean by no one trying to find.
It's because, as I said, you still have Phil Jones on your books.
But he wasn't starting Bailly. I gave you a player, and you don't want to start
Phil Jones is on our books because you gave him a contract.
yes, we will deal with that later. That's cool. But you're also asking for me to bring another one, and I've given you 2 already. Bro, this is a business. This is not just about football. You look at watch your football and enjoy your Sunday night football, but for me, this is a business. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's what you see the example I'm trying to use. That's why things don't work. Unless the boards were gonna swallow their pride and say, hey, even though we're the top guys, we're just gonna listen to you, the manager. Right?
Think about it, yeah. Man was playing Ashley Young left back.
Yeah. Like, and that was the issue, bro. I could write a whole book about this. That was the issue. They didn't want to listen to Jose. It's like, bro, we've given you this now. Run this. I'm going to give you Fred, Lee Grant, and who?
Like buying. It's like you as a company getting the most expensive consultant, world-renowned consultant, and then you ignoring his advice.
No, we listened to advice and twice, and it didn't work.
Yeah, and the guy, no.
So I'm not bringing in PW. I'm not going to listen to you, PwC or Deloitte. I'm going to start looking at the other guys.
No,
I'm looking at BDO
in business,
Grant Thornton and them, man. Because you
in business, when consultants get brought in, it's because it's a mess already. So it's going to take a couple tries. It's going to take a couple swings at the bat.
Yeah.
For you at the ball,
it's true.
Bro, get the home run. It's going to take a couple of swings. You can't just...
The fact of the matter is, I agree. I think the truth of the matter is they should have just said, do you know what? We have to trust you. No matter what you say, we're going to back you until the very end.
You know what's scary?
Look at Pep Guardiola, fam. Look how many goalkeepers he went through.
Yeah, that was the issue. Because the board were willing to adapt to Pep. Whereas our board, they're the big boys. So why should we adapt to you? We'll listen to you a bit. But
we just got rid of Joe Hart, a club legend, and we brought in this Bravio guy. Now you want me to sign Allison for how much?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking.
There's a lot to it, bro. And the players as well. Attack. I think with
Oli,
what do you mean attack?
With Oli, I think they've got the perfect guy. And
they've got the perfect puppet.
No, but as much as we don't rate his thing, what I know people say progress is not really progress, but I would say we're on the right direction. I know it's not huge, but it's not going backwards.
It's the right direction, but it is a slow.
Yeah, we're turning the Titanic slowly. Yeah.
No, I think it's turned. I think it's turned, but
You might think.
No. No, I think it's turned, but there's a bit of storm, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a bit.
It's raining a bit, like it's a bit cloudy, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying, the reason why I back Ole so much, I've been doing this since the season started, is because I feel like he is the optimal solution to this disgusting mess, right? Because we can still try and bring in the best. That's what I kept on saying. We've had the top managers. Why didn't we win? You know, it's because the board are the fundamental issue. I've been saying this for a long time. They are the main issue. So if you can't change them, you have to find a solution that fits those people. And Ole is the only one that really fits that.
Our fans will say,
and so he has to be the best version of Ole.
Yeah, so if
he's
people say
that's what I'm trying to say.
He won't ever win the league. That's what people's problem is with Ole. That they don't think.
But the thing is, no manager's going to win the league. That's what I'm trying to say. No one's going to win the league.
Wait. I don't agree with that point. That's the thing. Like,
go ahead.
I think everyone assumes that we've gone through every type of manager there is. We haven't gone through. I say
no, but hindsight's perfect.
Moyes was a manager that was managing, I would say, a smaller club, but got long-term success from that club. The type of manager he was, okay. And then you've got a manager, Van Gaal. Van Gaal's a manager whose best days were behind him, like an Ancelotti type of manager, but
that I don't know if I agree with. Was his bad days really over?
No, I'm saying his best days.
I'm saying his best, but was it really? Because just before we signed him, he was doing amazing things with the.
What you have to understand is that if you signed a manager of a certain age, yeah, his routines and things he's into, his routines, etc., they're gonna be a bit dated, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I agree. I've also said this,
so he's still he was still like a world-class manager, all of that type of thing, but his ways of going about things won't be modern. Does that make sense?
I understand that. Yeah.
So that's one, and then we signed a proven winner. Yeah, we have not signed an exciting up-and-coming manager that has a proven track record of developing players. That's the type of manager we have not signed yet.
Well, so basically, a Poch basically would have been optimal.
A Poch or Tuchel or them man or Klopp, them man there.
I think that's the next. That's the next.
I think that would be the next the next option.
Yeah, that
is the next option.
And that type of manager, because they're so young, yeah, in their development, they will win a league with our resources.
Interesting you say that, Ricky.
Eventually, they will definitely win a league.
Interesting you say that, because I actually thought that, and I actually said that somewhere else. Obviously, we hadn't started United team talk back then, but I actually said that. I said to someone, we tried these Joses and LVGs, and I don't know why we brought in Moz in the first place, right? And actually, I don't think Moz was even that bad. I just feel like he couldn't attract the players that he needed, right? And I still believe that you need quality players to win the league, like real quality. And he was bringing an imbalance to Man United, bringing in Fellaini and Mata. That just came and destroyed the whole balance of the team. Kind of thing. Even though, yeah, it doesn't make sense. You bring in Mata and Fellaini, two completely. Anyway, so yeah, I agree. I think that's what we should have done. Instead of giving Ole the full-time contract, I thought that's what we was going to do. Manager, I thought Poch would have been the best, right? But we didn't get Poch, and we got Ole. So I said, no, let's see what this manager can do. I'm going to try my best, and me saying this will make you understand why I am the way that I am. I'm going to try my best to take away every single bias that I've got against this guy. I've never seen manage a good team. I've never seen anything from him. And I'm going to try and just see all the positives and the negatives for exactly what they are, kind of thing. And that's what I've been doing since. So when people are talking so negatively about him, I get it. But it's like, it's not as bad as everyone makes it seem. Let's try and balance the equation to make sure that we are actually given a fair assessment of what he's doing. I've criticized him too. Like, when we come at Champions League, I just didn't
like the narrative that people have said, like, no, it's not possible for a manager to win a Premier League at Manchester United. I think that's a bit of a joke.
Of course it's possible.
I've always said it's possible, but it's going to take a long time.
If Leicester can get to 4, United can win a Premier League.
Absolutely. I think we can. Well, I think Ole can win the league. I know it sounds a bit mad to hear, but I genuinely believe that with 3 top... If you bring in another player that brings about the impact that Bruno has brought to the club, I think we're quite close to potentially
I
winning
wouldn't
the
say
league.
win. I'd say challenge. Win is a bit.
You see, this is a bit different. That whole phrase of challenge and win, I think is silly. If you're going to
No,
challenge, if you can challenge, you can win.
There's a common point. His in-game management, for me, the things I see is still questionable. Where I think in the title running, he's going to mess it up. Like
Potentially. But I think we're just talking about the word. If someone says to me, "You're going to challenge to win the league," for me, you're saying you have the potential of winning the league. Like it's the same thing. If you're going to challenge, you can win it.
You know, there's certain seasons where, the focus.
If you finish 5 points below, I think you've challenged. Like it means you've
like we've always said, it depends. Because when people say second, it depends what second it is. Like, even if we finish
this second, and I've said it to you, Jerry, off air. This second for me is a progressive move forward. I'm not saying, oh my God, next season we're going to win the league. I'm like, you know what? Based on what I've seen this season, it's a movement forward from last season.
Yeah,
but I do want to see a next level movement next season. And for me, I want to see a better football. Obviously, I don't want to see Scott and Fred next season starting every game. I really don't want to see that. But for me, the most important thing for me now is to bring in players that will have the output and the impact that Bruno had, because Bruno has changed a lot.
Yeah.
No, but the only problem that I have here with this is like, it's when you look at like our clubs that we're trying to chase City, yeah, City don't sign players who are top level.
Bro, we have Oli, so he.
Okay, okay.
I don't even agree with that, Jerry.
I agree with that. I agree.
For me, it's not. Look, it's impact. Bruno is not all that.
No,
but the impact he's brought is what we need, and the quality that he's brought is what we need.
No, but my point that I'm trying to say to you is like, it's like, say you bought an investment, say you bought shares in Tesla, yeah, and now Tesla has got enough people have bought their stocks now. They say we're going to stop developing the company.
Yeah,
it's not enough just to buy a top player.
No, but
you have to develop the player.
But I totally agree.
Okay, but like at United right now, no one's developing.
But you said developing.
No.
But how can we say that? You can't say no one's developing.
Like, you know what I mean by developing? What I mean by developing is footballers, yeah, no matter what club you play for, just by playing game in, game out, eventually you're going to learn a few things yourself. Yeah. However, that can be accelerated by good coaching.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, where you see day and night within a season. Within one season, when a player's around a good coach, within one season, you see massive differences. Even after like a month or two, you see massive differences in their games.
Yeah, but it's being consistent though, because you can see differences, and then next year they're back to what they were doing before. Is the new manager back? It happens to players as well.
I agreed. Like this, no, this is the thing though. It's not about that. So I'll give you an example. We were talking about Sane the other day, yeah, about how we all believed, right? Because we're Premier League fans, that Sane is one of the top wingers in the world, right?
Yep.
We didn't believe that because that season you had with him on the left and Sterling on the right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But City were able to throw him away and continue winning stuff without him.
Yep.
Do you get it? Who did it bring? He went to Bayern. Doesn't look all that. In the German team, doesn't look all that.
Yeah, but
is he a world-class footballer?
Yeah.
Or is it the manager?
No, bro. The manager is part of the formula. Yes, they can. Like this goes back to the first thing I said when I joined the live. Yes, you can have that. You can have a manager that makes a dead player look world class. A manager can do that, but that's not the only way to win the league.
No, I personally believe that regardless of what player, even if you bought Cristiano Ronaldo was the best player in the world when he went to Madrid.
Yeah, but I don't think that has anything to do with management.
Yeah.
Wait.
Think about it like this. But the way he played at Madrid was completely different to what we saw at United.
Yeah, but he was still the best player in the world at United.
Well, but he developed. He got better.
Yeah, that's fine. You're supposed to get better as a footballer, bro.
Wait. It's not just fine. Don't just act like it's nothing.
But you're supposed to get better as a footballer.
A player that's all the best player in the world go somewhere and they change their game completely, and they continue being the best player in the world, and they've developed. They've gotten better. Yeah,
and you're placing that to the manager.
That backs my point. My point is, even if you sign a world-class footballer, yeah, whatever it is, when he comes to your club, whoever you signed, you need to be able to push his game onto another level.
Yeah, but what makes you feel like that's so impossible? Man, like we've signed Bruno and he looks like the part.
He was doing that at Sporting, bro. He was doing that at Sporting.
Okay, all right.
He was doing that at Sporting.
Your example of Ronaldo. Your example of Ronaldo.
Yo,
Is his thing? Sorry, Jax, we lost you for a bit.
you're muted.
We lost you for a bit.
1 minute.
Yeah,
You're back.
Oh my gosh, hear me now, yeah. Cool. So your example with Ronaldo going from
wait, what's it? That's when Fred has improved. The man's
Oh my god.
Oh
my God.
Lads, we need to have a discussion about just code. Listen, Black, you will catch me in Black all day. I don't know. We didn't plan this. Like, it is what it is. But
do you know what? I'm usually in Black as well. Like,
You're always wear black.
Me,
well, mostly
when I'm out, I'm wearing black. But when I'm indoors, like it's because I just came in. I just came from outside. So going back to using your Ronaldo example, right? Like, and this is what I say. Like, I understand that managers can make players better, and I understand that could be a huge contributor to a team winning in the league. I don't think it doesn't have to be the main one, but it is something that you can obviously push towards winning the league. But Ronaldo, he was the best player in the world in 2008, 2009. He was the best, and he was, in my opinion, he, if anything, again, this is my opinion, I think he got better, but Messi became a better player. Like I think it's like 2008, 2009, no doubt everyone would have said Ronaldo was the best player in the world. There was no doubt.
I'm not even comparing him to Messi.
I'm giving an example. No, because yeah, he improved, but he improved, but I couldn't have seen anything different. Like he was so good that he would have been very weird to see him drop levels.
No, wait. Can we like think about it? I never thought Ronaldo would become like a goal finisher.
Yeah, I get what
you're saying. No. Yeah, I never thought that. We could never see it. So don't act like it's like just a natural progression.
No, bro, I'm not acting like nothing. I'm not saying
before you come in,
he hasn't progressed.
Him turning into a goal scorer, I think Rick is trying to say the manager.
Who set it up? Was it Ancelotti? It was Ancelotti, right?
Yeah, I think Jackson's trying to say that's down to Ronaldo as well for him to change his mindset to think I need to get the goals now. Like I need to change how I play.
I understand that, but a manager had to facilitate a structure for him to do that. You can't
of course.
If they don't tell Benzema to drop in,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Then you can't do that because then Benzema is occupying the space for him to attack.
Yeah.
So the structure was set up first, and then because the stage was there for him, it's just now, can you deliver? Can you go up that level? Can you be this person for us?
Look, my point is,
going
back to your original point.
If he stayed at United, do you think he would have?
He would be a different player. He wouldn't be the player he is now. He wouldn't be the player he is now. He'd be a different player.
I don't know if I agree.
I don't know.
I think it was. See, I genuinely believe he was already making that shift already before he went to Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's true. Because that last season,
because you know, he goes from playing right wing.
He became that goal scorer.
No, he did. It wasn't. He wasn't a pure.
Nah, he was.
He scored 40 goals.
He watched Madrid. If you watch Madrid, all he literally does sometimes is hang around the back post.
Yeah. He adapted his game. You're not disputing that.
You see, United that last season, he became our striker where he was thinking Rooney on the left. He was thinking,
look at the goals. Go back and watch all
why
the
the hell is Rooney in the Champions League final?
I agree with what you guys are saying, but I'm saying at United, the way we play football, it's never that structured. It's never that structured. You have to be popular.
That's no point. You don't have that structure to be a good player.
But he's talking about the mindset of Ronaldo back then. His fault was not the chops and the goals. That season, he was changed.
No, I understand it, but I'm saying that. See, at Madrid is at Man United. Yeah, all of our at the time Fergie was there. Yeah, he's front foot. The strikers. It's not like he was doing it. He was not like a number 9 guy anymore. Fergie wasn't like that anymore. It was a rotation thing.
Yeah, and I think, by the way, that's actually what I've been saying.
Yeah, but at Madrid is not a rotation. This is your role. Your role is to be the one that gets on the end of chances. Benzema, your role is to drop in. Marcelo, you occupy the left wing. It's very structured and.
Bro, okay. What you're saying, I know, and I agree. What I'm saying is, if Ronaldo stays there at Man United, I can almost guarantee you with all the
Yeah,
money in my
I think
bank
we would have
that he would
changed
have
our
still been the
football.
best player in the world.
I think we
He
would
would
have
have been the
changed.
center of all our attacks.
Yeah, I
Everything
think
would have been based on
that
Ronaldo.
season he banged the 42 goals. I think Fergie would have clocked us.
He would have
And,
still
you
done
know,
the same thing.
I think we need to. Yeah, I think we need
He
to
would have still
play
done the same
No,
thing.
how Real Madrid.
I don't think you guys are getting what I'm trying to say. Even when Fergie does that,
The manager,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fergie doesn't play anymore with a pure number. Even when Van Persie was in the team, he's not a pure number 9. Do you get it?
I'll say 80% he was.
Yeah,
But
he was a
That's
centre.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Van Persie. That's Van Persie before he came to United was a pure number 9.
See,
You get it?
even
The
that,
way Fergie was, Fergie likes interchanging movements because it's hard for defenders to keep up. That's what Fergie likes. That's what I clocked from that era. Yeah. If you watch Madrid, in that era, you know where everyone is gonna be.
Yeah,
There's no
but it's just a different way of playing football, Ricky. I get that. It's different.
But that type of structure means you can get the same numbers year in, year out without fail.
Yes. If you're a good player and you can,
yeah, of course. If you're a good player, because it's facilitated for you. Literally, the whole team is just like get Ronaldo in this position so he can score. That's it. Fergie's not like that.
Yeah, but I think he would have adapted.
No, I don't think so.
Not adapted to do exactly how Real Madrid done it, to say, oh, if you don't pass to Ronaldo, he's going to get angry and he's going to get angry at Benzema. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like that. But I could almost bet anything that if Ronaldo stayed at Man United, his output would have been just as good.
I was about to say, I think Ronaldo's a special case, man.
He's a special case. It's hard to use him as an example.
Do you know what it is as well, yeah? As you guys know, I think the reason why his goal output improved is because if you actually look at it, him doing it off the left,
I can't say that's
him doing what he does off the left makes it easier for him to score.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Yeah, I get that.
It's easier for him to score. So us putting him through the middle, of course he still gets numbers, but it's not the numbers he got at Madrid. I'm sorry.
Bro, the thing about Ronaldo, he just needed a free roll anyway in the front.
Yeah, I know, but it wouldn't have been the numbers he got at Madrid, man. What he did at Madrid, that's another level. It took him off.
Yeah, I mean, Spanish league.
And this is all I'm trying to say is like, who you sign,
different.
Yeah, the prem, yeah, that
different.
Well.
Yeah, I say like doesn't matter who you sign. Yeah, you need, if you want to win the Premier, you're Manchester United. You have all these things against you compared to City. You need to be able to improve the players when they come to the club as well. You can't just have Maguire being the Maguire he was at Leicester. It's not good enough.
As a question though, you said Bruno's doing that Sporting. Why is it when he came to United, everyone was thinking, what the hell?
People believe, generally speaking, this is the truth, the general rule of thumb, when you come to the Prem, people struggle to adapt to the Prem. There are certain players who stylistically are just players who suit the Prem. Examples are Herrera. Yeah, when
Ricky, you know that initial statement, yeah? When people say adapt to the Prem, I think it's an extreme
it depends.
opinion. I think it's garbage. I think it's
not.
People say, you can't adapt to the Prem. No. You are just not good enough. Like, because he's too weak. You can't. The Prem is too physical. Sorry, David. So what?
I didn't say can't.
I'm not you. I'm talking about generally. No, I'm
generally.
I'm just talking about just generally.
They say generally. They generally say it will take a while. They don't say can't. They say it will take a while.
People say they can't. What do you mean? Is that the Prem is too physical? What are you talking about? People say, the Prem is too physical.
That's gone out the window now.
He can't do it in the Prem. How many times have you heard that? He can't do it in the Prem. We told you. We told you he can't do it in the Prem. If you're a quality player, you could do it anywhere. In fact, the Prem might be even easier for you. The way people talk about the Prem, saying it as if it's I get the fact that it's okay. Let me explain something. I know we're going a bit off air, but this is important for people to understand. The Prem is only difficult because the standard deviation between the top and the bottom usually isn't that far. They're all congested. Like the difference between the top team and the bottom team is not, the range is not that far. Whereas in the Spanish league, the top team are there and the bottom team are there.
Yeah,
but I don't mean the teams within that range are good.
Because of how our TV deal is shared.
Yeah, it doesn't mean the teams in the middle are good, fam. I'm sorry. If Barcelona was in the Premier League, it would be a disgusting thing. I'm telling you. Well, not this Barcelona. I'm talking about previous Barcelonas or the previous Real Madrid. They will eat up the Prem.
But you have to understand that in La Liga, as you said, the reason why the gaps are so big is because their TV deal is different to ours.
I know we've got a bit off topic. We changed this in like 20 seconds.
You know what's bad? This is supposed to be a match preview. We're talking about best.
Bro, match preview. Match review. I don't give a crap, fam. Yeah, this is football.
It's because I put the titles match preview. People are probably watching this like, are you not going to talk
they're
about the
probably
game
more
on
interested
Sunday?
in this, bro. They're more
Yeah,
interested in this.
But
Come on,
obviously,
man.
you have to talk about Sunday's game. Obviously, we've got Burnley at home. We've won our last 4 games. It looks like we're on a bit of a run.
Have you heard about our run against Burnley in the last 3 games? We struggled. I don't think we've beaten them.
Yeah, I think if we beat them on Sunday, it's going to be the first double we've done to them in the league.
Yeah.
When I read that, I said, that's mad. So we haven't beaten them twice in the season, bro.
But don't get it twisted. There's all these hidden stats, different places, bro. You can find some mad stats. You're like, whoa, like how does that work? But it's football, man. It happens.
Last game, Pogba scored that because that was a tough game, and Pogba had to come with not last minute, but it was near the end of the game. Screamer went through the keeper's legs. The Rashford thing, Oli says he's gonna make a decision on Sunday morning, which tells me I don't
listen to anything Ole says. He's probably made his decision already, man. what Ole says to the media, I've clocked the guy. What he says to the media and what he's actually doing, I don't know if someone's taught him, but he doesn't care. He don't rate the media.
You know what it is,
you don't rate the media.
Watch them shows. Have you watched them shows? Yeah, when the people are negotiating, but when they're just there to waste time.
That's what it is. It's just a game, fam. You don't care. You don't care for media. I've clocked it already, fam. Yeah.
Yeah, so what are you lot saying for Burnley? I know for me it feels like a nothing game, but it's not. Like I want to keep winning.
It's a something game. We got to not lose.
I want to see if we can like strangle them and stop them from even having like a shot on target, man.
I don't know, man. It's Burnley, fam. Like every time,
teams do that to them, innit? But...
Yeah, but last year they banged us 2-0 at Old Trafford. If I can remember,
we're not good. We're not the greatest team in possession. That's why. But
yeah.
So what are you not saying about obviously lineups and that? We talked about the Jackson. Obviously, you left early yesterday. We were talking about the Pogba on the left. What would you do? Like, say we got a Sancho. Do you play Pogba or is Rashford certified?
So we say like if he has Sancho, do you play like?
I know what Ricky would do. Actually, I don't know what Ricky would do. I didn't listen, so I don't know.
No, I was saying like he was saying like if we sign Sancho, like what would be the 3 behind the striker? So would it be Pogba, Bruno, Sancho?
Actually, wait. Before you answer that, because we know Oli might not. He's gonna play the 4-2-3-1, isn't it? Like, he's not gonna.
Yeah, because he's not gonna change already. I already told you.
Yeah, no, but we're saying realistically, he's gonna play the 2. So the 3 behind the striker. Is Rashford actually certified? Because for me, I like Pogba in the final third.
Rashford. I'm sorry to say, Rashford is certified.
Is it? Wait.
Yeah.
Pogba and Bruno.
No, sorry. So I mean, if you put Sancho and he was like, obviously Sancho will be the one that has to work his way into the team, right? No.
So you play Rashford on the right?
No, but
he's okay. I want to get the question properly. Let's say Sancho comes in and he's right. I think what Ricky would do, just based on what I've listened to him, he would probably play Rashford on the right, Pogba on the left, and Bruno through the middle.
No, I'm
not sure. We'll come back to it. Give me 1 second.
If Sancho comes though, that's the thing.
Sancho, bro, I don't care about the name, bro. I want to see what Sancho could do when he signs. You get what I'm saying? I'm not
let's say
Sancho's hair now. He has to start right.
No. First day of the season, Sancho, he's come in. We're all gassed. First game of the season, you're not starting Sancho.
Okay, if I'm starting, I'll start Sancho on the right, definitely.
So then
that's right.
Yeah, okay. So then who plays on
me?
Yeah, who plays on the left?
Jax. Who plays on the left? For me, Rashford plays on the left still. Pogba drops back to the midfield. Goes back to the pivot, whatever you call it. Don't give a crap. Listen. I'm not gonna get gassed because he's played 2-3 matches sick on the left. I'm sorry.
Do you want it back there? I don't want it back.
I don't want him back there, but he's better there. Rashford can't come out the team. I don't care what people have to say about Rashford. Yeah, Rashford can't come out the team. What Rashford brings to the team is absolutely needed. Rashford's not coming out my team. I don't care what the last anyone says. He ain't coming out my team. Rashford has been one of our best players for God to see. And listen, some other brother might even play Martial on the left.
Let me say this, because realistically, we've got a big game. We know the McFred, Scott, and Thing are playing.
No, I don't believe so. That's going to change next season.
No, you hope it changes.
It has to, blood. I can't go another flipping season.
Yeah, we hope.
I can't go another season like that.
We're supposed to put a bet there right now. Realistically, in the big games next year, Scott and Fred are playing.
I
So
was
it-
saying it should be
I
managed.
don't think they will.
I was saying it should be managed.
I think they're
I
real,
don't
man.
think they. I don't think they will.
I say we don't get a CDM. Like,
I don't think they will. I think Pogba's going back straight to the pivot. I think so. I don't think Pogba's getting dropped if he's here next season, and I don't think he's going to be playing on the left or the right. He's going to go back
What
to
it
that
is,
double
though,
pivot.
I don't think
Facts.
Pogba's a top player in that position.
He's not.
he's a liability, man.
He's a liability. Yeah, but you see, that's why my full answer is what I said before I left. There's no double pivot. There's only one DM.
No, but we
That's
have to be realistic.
And okay, if we're gonna be if we're gonna be realistic in that scenario, even when he plays a double pivot, don't stay there. Just go forward. Don't stay. Go.
I leave you back
What,
Even
it should be
like-
Matic. Matic is my DM.
against.
Matic is
against
and always has been my
say
DM.
we're playing a Man City. You're gonna play Pogba Matic.
Listen, but Jerry, you're giving me different scenarios for playing different players.
No,
You asked
because
me a question based on our starting 11.
the majority are starting 11. The main
Yeah, the
team.
majority. That's why I said the majority. Yeah, the majority is not City though, blood.
So let's say the big games, the derbies, the Liverpool. What are you playing? Like, we have
So
to
you-
win. We're going for
The
the
thing
league.
is, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me drop Rashford. It's not gonna happen.
I said Rashford off the bench for me. That is
That's a
a
good
weapon.
option.
Nah. I don't give a hoot. I don't care. Rashford is starting for me, but I'm basing that on his recent performance and his development and that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, Rashford on the bench is.
But guys,
I feel that's a bit of an insult. I feel
think of
that's
it
an
like this
insult.
now.
I feel that's an insult. I think you're insulting him. He's been out of the three.
Yeah,
Actually,
he's
not Bruno,
been-
obviously,
he's been-
but he's pivotal. You can't just play Pogba because he's had 2-3 games there playing well. Fuck
If you think of it like this now, yeah. If you think of it like this, like if Pogba is like our left winger, like a left attacking midfielder or left winger now, yeah, and then Bruno's playing through the middle, that means then right wing is like between Greenwood and Rashi.
my bro, there's a lot of players. There's a lot of options if you get Sancho because it's like everyone's not talking about Martial.
No, but I'm not even talking about. I'm not even talking about if we sign Sancho now. I'm just talking about if
Rick even
Pogba
said Rush could
is the
even be on
main-
the right.
on the left now, that means Rashi and Greenwood. That creates competition for the right wing spot.
Yeah, but
Which
then
I
Jack,
think is
I know
good.
we said Rush on the right is dead though. That's right.
No, but the thing is, like-
I was telling you that it can work. We don't say it's dead.
So, you know what it is, yeah? On the left, Rashi on the ball is terrible anyway. It's when he gets in the position
It's a
when
bit
he gets
annoying.
to score. That's when we
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
We just need to work
I
on
get-
getting to that position to score. He can do that on the right hand side as well.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think, but
Because when the
Yeah,
ball's
I
at
see
his
what
feet
you're
on the
saying.
left hand side, he's useless. He just
no,
chops, runs into cul-de-sacs, gives the ball away. He doesn't do anything.
I see
Doesn't
what
even
you're saying.
anymore.
I see what you're saying. I
Doesn't
think.
even win pens anymore. Doesn't even win pens anymore.
Do you want to
Right.
even hear something that's even very interesting about this conversation? If we were to play that free, then guess who I'm playing up front? I'll play Rashford
Cavani.
up front. No, I'll play Rashford up
What?
front.
Actually,
Yeah.
I said this
Yeah, you
yesterday.
said that. Yeah, you did. You
Yeah,
did.
but Dino will not having it.
No,
Like, we're not having it at
but bro,
all.
it depends on who you've got on the pitch. Like if you've got
You know,
Pogba,
I said the same thing. I said exactly the same thing yesterday. They were not having it.
oh really?
I said-
If
I said that.
Rashford has to start. That's what I'm saying. I don't care what you're not saying about bench. I don't care about that.
What I was
Yeah,
saying,
I
like,
don't care. He's
that's not what I'm
starting.
saying. I personally think that Rashi, obviously, he's still young, like 24, 25.
He's
Yeah,
I think he's 23, 24. He's
Yeah, but
young, bro. He's a young buck.
He needs to develop his game. I think the one position where I think United will struggle, and I have struggled over the past, I'd say 10 seasons, is a number 9.
Yeah.
So if you're a youth product from United, Greenwood, or Rashi, your goal needs to be you need to try to develop yourself where you need to be able to play not just left wing or right wing. You should be able to play left wing, right wing, and strike.
Yeah. I think my only concern with Rashford up front is you see what Cavani brings. That
I think we need that.
Yeah,
striker.
we need someone who
Can he learn that
sniffs
though?
the goals. You know what I mean?
How about-
That's what I would hope for.
Yeah,
But
that's what I
whether
said.
he can actually do
Cavani
it
at
or
the
not, I
club,
don't know.
he should be trying to learn.
Yeah, if
to
I was
play-
Rashford, I would
listen.
secure myself as a striker. Like,
Exactly.
but I want a striker that. The thing about Rashford is he's shown moments where he overthinks. I still feel like he's more clinical than everyone says he is. Sorry, he's more clinical. People are like, oh, he can't. He's not clinical. I think he's actually quite clinical. If you actually look at some of the goals he scored, but I don't know if he's got that. You know, like Cavani's goal last game, just randomly happened to be in the right place at the right time. That's what I don't know if he's got. And funny enough, I don't think Greenwood's got that either.
When he first came into the team,
he did. That's true. That's extremely true. So yeah, if you want to play, if Sancho comes and you don't want to play, F it. I'll play Rashford up top, Sancho on the right, Pogba on the left, Bruno. That's a sexy front four. That's a very sexy front four. No homo.
I can see Rashi. I think Rashi. I think I've always said this. Like Rashi has an extremely high ceiling, but that ceiling, for me, is dependent on style of play, coaching, systems.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I agree.
You know, because if the fact that Sterling is considered as a world-class footballer currently,
I don't know about world-class.
I think he is. Well, I think he's considered. I think by the media, he's considered very, very highly.
What do you think?
It's about me. You know my opinion on Sterling. You know that.
Sterling,
my point is that if Sterling can be seen that highly, then
Kane just back. That's what I want, man. Flipping out.
Kane, Harry Kane.
That's a striker.
Yeah. I want a striker.
Left foot, volley.
Harry Kane has a couple of trade-offs, you know.
Yeah. Everyone's got a trade-off, bro. I told you, formula's fun. Everything's a formula, bro.
Not offside.
You know, like Harry Kane's, his mobility in a United pitch.
I keep saying, if you guys are willing to wait, because some our fans want the 21, they want that 21 now. Like,
that's
the
problem. You lot are something. That's the problem. You can't have it now. If Man United can't have it, we can. Anyone can have it now. Anyone can win the league next season, I reckon. Like, people can win it. But if you want longevity, you need to establish a system. You need a good coach. You need a good players. You need all of it, fam. That's the only way you can establish longevity. Only way. But I would take Harry Kane in a heartbeat, though. I'll take him in a heartbeat. But I do feel like Rashford. I do feel like that front four we've just named is a huge problem for other teams. It's a huge problem.
What it is, yeah? Do you know what it is, yeah? As I've always said, like, at United, people say our squad, yeah? I honestly believe that we have the squad, like a good enough squad for you to play football however you want. However you want, you can come to United and the skill is to play football however you want.
Yeah, the only problem is, this goes back to everything that I've always said. You could play the football that you want, but you're going to have to forgo something. And that's a problem. Because of the obvious weaknesses of our players. Because if you want to go play technical football, you can. You want to play a high press, you can. You want to play a highlight, you can. But Maguire's going to be at the centre-back for the highlight. And that's going to be a problem, for example. So
you know what?
It's a big topic, but...
Because this Paul Pogba playing left wing here has opened a lot of eyes, I can see, for some people, innit? Yeah.
Why? Why is it open eyes? He's a good footballer. You could play him as a striker, and someone's eyes are going to be open. Like, he's a good footballer. You could do that.
Like, before then, the only other positions I heard people talking about putting Pogba in was 10 and double pivot. Am I wrong?
I hate him in a double pivot. I've always said, you don't know this. I've always said, I think he's missed a trick in his career. I always said, if I was Pogba, I would have said, I know I'm big, I know I'm black, and I know every central black midfielder is supposed to play deep, but I'm not one of those people. I am an attacking midfielder. For me, he is purely an attacking midfielder. He is not box to box. He's no DM. He can't do none of that. Yeah, he can tackle when he gets close to you because any footballer can. But for me, and that's why him playing on the left is not surprising that he's playing well because he's an attacker. When I say number 10, I just mean play anywhere in the final third. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, because our squad is full of good footballers, like, if you have enough imagination,
Ricky, what do you mean? Who are these players? Who are they? You know, everyone says. I said this to Jerry the other day. I was like, everyone says the squad, but who are the squad? Who are the squad?
We have good individuals. I think most of our players are good.
Who? Scott?
I think most of our players are good.
Scott, Fred?
I think it would be quicker for me to say players who are not good.
Well, in what sense? Good at what though?
Players I just think are not good. all players have their strengths and weaknesses, Jax. Even world-class players have strengths and
Yeah,
weaknesses.
it's true. It's
I think
true. But
having
then it comes to your
a
opinion.
big deal.
Because
It's only a big deal.
You would say Wan-Bissaka is good. You would say Wan-Bissaka
When your
is good.
manager puts you in a position for it to be exposed.
I hear that,
It's only a big deal when your manager puts you in a position for it to be exposed. That's the only reason why it's a big deal.
No, but some players are going to be exposed regardless, unless you're very protected. See, don't. There's two different ways of looking at it. You're looking from two different angles. You're saying a manager shouldn't put you in a place for you not to be exposed. What you're really saying is we should protect you.
No,
that's exactly what you're saying. For you not
if
to
you
be
have
exposed, you need to be protected.
If something has a strength, the reason why you signed them is for their strength.
Oh, that was a mistake. I'm signing. You signed it for strength, but it was a mistake.
Wan-Bissaka talk. I'm not talking about Wan-Bissaka. I'm talking about the squad.
Yeah, but Wan-Bissaka is
I'm
a very
not
good example.
I'm not trying to be narrow here. I'm trying to. The blinders are off.
Yeah, but same. But we have to pick examples.
Squad as a whole
Wan-Bissaka is a great example.
Very, very good. I say it's the third best squad in the league. I'd say.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I just feel like
a very, very close second.
I don't disagree. I just feel like when people say Man United's got a good squad, they look at our attackers and they see good attacking names and they think that makes a great squad. But then they forget that football, there's other sides to the game, and they forget.
I'm not people, bro. I'm just week in, week out. Our squad is good, bro.
But I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Man United. When I heard the phrase, and I said, Jerry's a witness. I said it. The other people were like, Man United's got a big squad. I said, okay, we've got a great squad. I said, okay, who are this squad that you lot mentioned? Okay, Cavani, who is how old? 35. Okay, he makes this. I'm coming.
What does his age matter? Why does Cavani's age matter?
Well, he's playing well, but it matters because it deteriorates his ability. Full stop. Because when people say Man United's got a good squad, they're looking at Cavani. Oh my God, Cavani!
Cavani's 25. He's better than Harry Kane at 28.
He produces. He's not producing.
He moves better than Harry Kane at 28. His mobility is far that of Harry Kane. He's 28 and he's 35. So
I hear what you're saying. What does
his age matter? Vardy's more mobile than Harry Kane, and Vardy's like, how old is Vardy?
I heard that, but I'm coming. So
Cavani,
I heard that, but I'm saying Cavani's still 35 though. Like he's coming. When it's about squad, he's still coming to an end. All of that has to be factored in. Greenwood, who's just been pushed into the squad recently, who has shown talent, has shown moments of great football ability, but people count him as being part of a great squad. Bruno, Rashford, yes. Martial, yes. Pogba, yes. Who are the rest?
I'll go through a squad.
Pereira.
I think are not good. Because that'll be quicker.
Pereira, Fred, Scott,
Van der Beek, Scott, Matic, Fred.
Let me just name the players that I think are not good. Because
I know this lad is going for.
I'm not like you guys. Like players, when people were hanging Luke Shaw back in the day, I was already saying that Luke Shaw's a good player. I was the only one still saying it. Like,
bro, can I say something, Ricky?
Well, that's how
you guys see it.
Every player is a good player.
You know what's that? I said one of the first. I said the first Andres Pereira. I was the first guy that I was pushing Andres Pereira. He's so a baller. Now,
if Pereira comes back, is Jerry going to be like, "Oh, I told you Pereira was great"? No, Pereira's been crap. You've been crap. Look, sure, you've been crap. Let's call a spade a spade. Yeah, you've done well this season, but for the past 7 years, what have you done? Come on, let's not just look at this.
I see differences.
Bro, listen, every professional footballer has had moments in their career where they were good.
I'm not talking about the professional. I don't think you get what I'm saying.
You're talking about the potential.
You get what I'm saying. Like, just because the footballer doesn't perform in a certain scenario, it doesn't mean they're not a good footballer.
No, but with Luke Shaw,
your
eyes do not lie to you. Don't like. Because
exactly, my eyes didn't lie to me. Did you watch Luke Shaw for the past 7 years? My eyes didn't lie to me. I watched Luke Shaw for the past 7 years. The guy couldn't cross the ball. The guy couldn't make decisions. The guy had to.
If you say so, I thought he was. I could.
It's not about what I say so. It's about what you saw.
I can see his ability, and I was right. So anyway,
it's about application, fam. Like Sanchez always had ability, but he was
okay. So this is the thing, like motivating them and getting them to produce. That's a different thing entirely. But I'm saying, do they have at least the ability to be a Manchester United player?
What would you say about Sanchez?
Huh? What Sanchez? Of course, he had the ability. Yeah.
Okay. So he would have made part of a great squad.
He's a good having him in your squad. He's a good player to have in your squad. Of course, he is.
You have to bounce.
He's Inter Milan right now. He's in a Champions League squad. There's no reason. He was at Arsenal before that. we weren't a right fit with him. Doesn't mean he's not a good player.
I agree, but it's
Yeah,
about
it's
about volumes. Like, you know. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is people will hear Sanchez and attach a 9 out of 10 immediately because he's Sanchez, but you have to look at it much clearer than that.
Yeah, but I'm not people, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Cool. But all right. So who are the players? Luke Shaw.
Yeah, plays at the club that I don't think are United quality. League One, Nathan Bishop.
We haven't even seen Nathan Bishop play. We don't know that.
I don't exactly. So if I don't know anything about them, I'm going to put them down as a list. Does that make sense? Brandon Williams, Phil Jones.
Hey, but we've seen Phil Jones deliver similar.
Hey, Brandon Williams.
No, we've seen Luke Shaw. Wait, hold on. I've got something to say. We've seen Phil Jones deliver optimal things like Luke Shaw has.
You get what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
It's not about moments with me. It's about I'm looking at your ability as a whole and my opinion of you as a footballer.
Okay.
You get it? I don't care about your moments.
Okay.
I'm doing.
Yeah, I've seen more. What did you just see, Luke Shaw?
I've seen world class moments from Paul Pogba, and no one can ever tell me that Paul Pogba is better than Modric. No, ever. I will slap you. I don't care. I don't care if you can.
Wait. To be devil's advocate, if we're talking ability,
see your definition of ability and my definition is different. Yours is talent. Talent and ability are different.
He's more talented. I think he's more talented than Modric.
Yes, he is, but ability-wise, nowhere near his net level.
You know, these literature, these words you are using, bro. Like, look. At the end of the day, who's better? That's what I don't want to use this talented. Who's better? And for me, Modric is better. Simple.
Yeah, that got application though.
Ethan Galbraith.
I think with Pogba, for me, he's the
Jerry. Stop.
No. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I don't want to hear it.
Of course, Modric is better. But I think if I was to create a player, Pogba is the ideal. He can do everything.
I don't care. You know what? He can do everything.
Or 90%.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm not going to say forget the mental, but I'm talking about as we're going to go back to ability.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
What Modric can do?
If it's about ability, Messi shouldn't be the best player in the world. Because
he's talking about jump. Jax, he's just talking about technical and physical attributes.
Yeah, he should be.
But his mental attributes are below the floor.
He's on the floor, blood.
That's the problem.
Football is much more than that, though, Jerry.
And that shows how overpowered his physical and technical attributes are, because he should not be a Premier League footballer without those type of mental attributes. Yeah. But he's so talented
that it makes up for it.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So this live is getting a bit long, Jerry.
I'm calm, man. I'm watching.
Yeah? It's Friday anyway. If people are watching, the people are watching. Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday again.
Well, we've got Ethan Galbraith. He needs to go on loan, obviously. He's still in the squad.
My bro, let's talk about the starting 11 and then move to the rest of the squad later.
I told you, I think all of our starting 11 are United quality. I think so. To be in the squad. I said squad. I never said starting players.
No. I heard that. That's what I said. Start of the squad and then start of the starting 11 and move towards the rest of the squad.
I'm just saying the majority of the
starting 11 are all United quality.
I'm saying majority of the players are our club or of United squad ability. I believe so. So we've got a good squad.
You see that phrase? I get the phrase, but the context of which we're talking, we can have 20 Luke Shaws or 20 Maguires.
Luke Shaw is a top player, though. What are you talking?
Bro, I'm not gonna go into that.
Violating.
No. I've actually liked Luke Shaw. I've actually defended him a lot, but I think I don't know if this season has completely removed your eyes from what we have seen for the past 7 years. Luke Shaw has been a pretty dead left back for Man United in his career.
I agree. He hasn't produced. He hasn't produced when needed. I agree.
Bro, you see, in life, when people say good or bad or bad, like Modric produces. Modric produces. That's what makes him good. Of course. He produces. You know, there's players that just produce, and he hasn't produced. I don't care about your bro. Daniel Rose is talented. I mean, Obertan was talented.
It's confusing me sometimes because you talk about everything that Ollie has done to get like Luke Shaw to where he is right now, but then it sounds like Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just Luke Shaw's just dead. Just get.
No, I don't think he's dead. But
Right.
I like Luke Shaw. I don't think he's dead.
His
There's always
performance.
been a good footballer in
Yeah,
him.
but
Just
that's why I was
But-
next
but-
with Luke
but-
Shaw, because I
Yeah,
knew
that's why everyone's
I saw
frustrated with him.
at Southampton what he was performing like. I was thinking, bro, I know you was the flying attacking fullback.
Jerry, what did I say? Jerry, what did I say about Luke Shaw? I said I genuinely believe he needed a psychotherapist.
can you?
I genuinely believe
imagine,
that.
yeah?
I genuinely believe that like
Yeah.
when you, bro. I don't know if you have had a major.
Yeah, you guys
injury.
are right. You're right.
When
you're
you
right.
have a major, like I had a major injury when I was like 17, 18, and it changed my play football.
No, Jack, you're right. But like, what I'm trying to say to you is this year. Think of it like this year. You're the person who has, like, your head of Man United's under 18s. You've seen these kids grow from the age of 9. Yeah, and then you get into the first team. You're like, oh yes, I know everything these players can do. Yeah, you got your ex striker, Scott McTominay, gets put in centre back by Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your ex left winger, attacking mid, right winger, Pereira gets played in DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, at United, footballers get put in positions to fail, and you can't deny that. Like, we don't, like, I always said this to you guys. Yeah, you think the grass is greener at other clubs. The players are put in positions where they cannot fail.
Is that Lingard? Like, look at Lingard right now.
They cannot
Yeah,
fail.
yeah, but I thought even Lingard.
When you go there and you think, oh, Siyunchu is way better than our centre backs. Fafana's amazing. All these type of players.
I don't agree with that.
They're not
Yeah,
amazing.
I don't think
Madison
they're
is not. They're not amazing. It's just that they're put in a system, a structure.
This is
that works for them.
Did I not say this the other day
Make
about?
them look better than.
I said this.
I don't disagree with that. I know that.
I said about Maguire. I know people cuss him, but he's not a rubbish defender.
I said that to you, Jerry. I said that to you yesterday. I don't think he's that bad.
I think
that's the dry.
My issue goes. It's like we keep going in circles. My issue with Maguire is and some of our players is those obvious weaknesses. I don't think they're bad players. It's just that the obvious weaknesses as a team don't complement well with each other. That's my issue. Like, you can put Maguire in a system and Maguire be one of the best centre backs in the league.
I think you think that because I think you think that because I think like
because of players that want
you've
the Saka.
observed from the games we've watched. Unfortunately, the football you watch United is not great, you know, and it's not harmonious. It's not really balanced. All of that, so it taints your opinion of the individual players.
Bro, Ricky, let me say something. You see when I watch football, yeah?
And the other thing as well, Jack, is that you don't have that same type of experience to apply to other teams' players too.
Yeah, but bro, let me tell you what it is. What you're saying, I get the angle you're coming from, but when I watch players, I watch the game. Like, when I watch football, bro, sometimes I actually just watch one player and I analyze. Like, I like analyzing stuff. And like, the best example is Wan-Bissaka. Like, yeah, you're so good at slide tackling, but you're so bad. You're so bad on the ball. If even if it was bad, do you know what I mean? Not even average, just bad, but not so bad. The issue would be less of an issue, if that makes sense, kind of thing. But because he's so bad, because Maguire is so slow, it's just when things start to look bad, they look really bad. Like, you could pick up Maguire right now, yeah, stick him in a team that sit back, that suit his style of football. He will look great.
I don't agree with that.
He will look great. You could stick Wan-Bissaka. Let me finish.
We just watched Bayern Munich versus PSG, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their centre backs are not rapid, but they play a high line.
Yeah, but
they have organization.
They have a high line.
Football organization. You know that being a centre back and being slow,
Ricky,
is a common thing.
You agree with what I'm saying, but you haven't looked at it holistically. Yes, you've just used an example You've just used an example that absolutely gets what I'm trying to say. So you just said Bayern Munich play a high line.
Yeah.
And the centre backs are not fast.
Yeah.
Why does it work then?
It works because they have a system.
No, it works because they've got Neuer who comes out extremely fast.
That's the system.
Yeah, but
exactly. So the player
and they play an offside trap and they press.
Yes, all good, all great.
That's what helps it.
Let me finish.
That's how it works.
Okay, but when we're watching, I've watched the match. I've watched plenty Bayern Munich matches. More times you're like, raw, like this guy's through them. Neuer, bang, he's out quick. He has to be able to execute. He's out very quick. Or sometimes they concede a lot.
It's more than just that.
In fact, Bayern Munich concede a hell of a lot of chances. Neuer bails them out often.
It's more than just that, though.
Yeah? I know it's more than just that. But guess what? This goes back to what I've been saying before. Who did we have in goal?
You had De
Gea. obvious weakness. This is what I mean. This is what I'm saying. The obvious weaknesses are not compensated, but the other players' obvious weaknesses. That's my point.
Yeah,
Like
but
if your weakness was my
your opinion is
strength,
that is because you're someone. I believe that you're someone who believes, the old-fashioned thinking of if the 11 players are good players,
no,
all that matters.
no.
But
See, that means you've not listened to anything I've said.
Do you know why? Do you know why I'm saying this? The reason why I'm saying this is the reason why that is the case is because of Oli. That's the only reason why. It's not the players' fault. It's not the players'
So
fault.
you think De Gea could be a sweeping keeper? That's what you're saying.
Oli's the one who will play a goalkeeper like De Gea and have a centre back like Maguire and still play a high line. Okay. He's the only one you see in world football who will do that. He's the only one who's dumb enough to do that. It's dumb. It's very dumb.
Well, we got Henderson now, so he's obviously learned from that.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Of course,
this is exactly what I'm trying to say.
What I'm trying to say to you is that that's not the player's fault. That's not Harry Maguire's fault. That's not De Gea's fault.
So what Ole should have done? Should have dropped Ole. I'm sure he should have dropped.
No, you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
I get it extremely well, bro.
There's more than one way, Jack. There's 101 ways to solve a problem, and you always go for the worst way of solving it.
Nah, totally disagree. What you've just said
is you go for the worst way. You can solve it other than you don't have to play a high line.
Okay, what plan are you gonna play?
He does not have to play a high line. He didn't have to play a high line.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
A mid block would do. If you want to play De Gea in goal, if De Gea is your goalkeeper, you play De Gea in goal, you want to play Maguire, you don't have to play a high line. If you want to play a high line,
so might not play a high line.
Bailly or Tanzebi with Maguire.
So do you mind not play a high line?
Huh?
Do you mind not play a high line?
Not as much as they used to.
So that's my point. You've had to forgo. This is it's almost like.
What do you mean?
Listen, Ricky, what you've just told me about myself is that I think the only way to solve is because of the players, and there's only one way to solve a thing. That is complete. No, I'm not stupid. Like, I understand football well enough to know that you don't just buy players to win a game. Like, it's a system. Everything I've said this 50,000 times.
Maguire's
you need the systems. You need a whole bunch of stuff, right? What I've said is we've got players that have obvious weaknesses, and to solve for one player's weaknesses, you're going to cause another weakness somewhere else. So if you want to solve for Maguire's,
true, Jack.
So if you're going to solve for Maguire's weakness, yes, you can drop deep. Yes, you can have a keeper who doesn't sweep, right? If you're going to solve for that, because the players are there, you're not going to just come in and drop De Gea, right? The players are there. It means you're going to forgo that attack. Hence why Scott and Fred have to play. You have to adjust something to solve for something. And I don't think Man United have the players right now to solve for certain players' issues for it to still be a great team.
I don't agree with that.
That's my opinion. I don't agree with that. That's my opinion.
There's enough players at the club. I think there's enough players at the club for you to find a balance. 110%. I think might not be all the names and all of that, but there's if you're a strong enough manager, there's a way to do it. And I'll name a centre back, which is the slowest centre back I've probably seen in top football. Yeah, Matt Hummels. That guy is slow as hell, and he's a world-class centre back. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're not that mobile, bro. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you your team is set up in a sensible manner. It does not matter.
Okay, back to what I said. Not just one player, a whole bunch of players. We keep focusing on. You've just said one player. Hummels is slow, but does Dorman have a right back that can't play football? This is what I'm saying. You've just picked on one player and picked on his weakness. Yeah, of course, you could solve for his weakness because it's one weakness. It's one player. All you got to do is just make amendments. But do we have a slow Hummels and a right back that can't play football and a keeper that only stays and goal?
It can be
left
solved.
Back who's only coming back in forward.
I can solve it with my eyes closed, man. It can be solved. I can play with those players.
Without forgoing anything else. You're going to solve it and everything else is going to work very well.
Yes.
Okay.
It can be done. It can be done very, very easily. Very easily.
I think it's the only way to do it is to get the right players. You need the tools to do so.
We have lots of players in our squad. All of our centre backs are good.
What about right back? What about right back?
What do you mean? What about right back?
I mean, what about right back? Who's our right back?
You want. The thing is that you want a right back. You personally want a right back to go forward and be better on the ball.
No,
that's what you want.
I want a right back that can play football.
Yeah, that can play football. Cool, yeah, but United can still win games. United can still win games with Wan-Bissaka at right back.
Okay, yeah, of course they can.
Fact, whether you like it or not.
I mean, we've done so. Ole's done so.
Exactly. So what's the big? It's not.
We're trying to move on to the next level.
Like, it's not a big deal
You
to
think
me.
Man United could win a league with a player? You think Man United could win a league with a right back that can't play football, a centre back that's very slow, a goalkeeper that doesn't come out, another centre back who's very weak. Anyway, I can go through each team. I've done this before already.
Victor Lindelof is a good player.
We're going to go back in circles. It's just
Look, I'm just going to say this, chat. Yeah, De Gea, top player. Yeah, whether you like it or not, he's a good player.
I've said this.
Very, very good player.
Yeah,
say this.
Very good this and very bad this. I've said this 1,000 times. Yes.
Maguire's a very good player.
Yes, very good at defending and winning every duel, but very slow. Yes, everyone's a very good player at what they do. Yes, very good at one thing and very bad at another.
All very good players.
Yeah, very good at one thing.
You're talking to them. You're talking about them as if they're absolute rubbish.
Why do you keep putting words in my mouth and telling me I'm talking about a player?
Jack, Jack, you just said word for word that we couldn't. You think you can win the league with a goalkeeper who can't come out?
Yes.
That happens to be De Gea, one of the best top shotters in the world.
Yes.
Maguire, who's completely slow, happens to be one of the best aerial duels defenders in the world.
Yes, which I've said. Yeah, I've said this before. I've said the De Gea thing and I've said the Maguire thing as well.
Is weak. No, he's a very, very good defender.
Yes, I've said he's good at defending and reading games. Yes.
And then you have a right back who just can't go forward.
You can't play football.
Yeah, and that he's one of the best defensive right backs in the world.
Best slide tackler. Yes.
Yeah, one of the best defensive right backs in the world.
Best slide tackler. Best slide tackler. You know the best slide tackler. Always switch. Best slide tackler. Let's use the right terms. Best slide tackler.
I'm saying, in my opinion,
his position is very bad.
He's one of the best. Yeah, because Ollie's telling him to go and play right wing. Or playing
switches off. No. Even when he's at right back, he switches off. Guys moving behind him, and when crosses come in, he doesn't watch the right side. Like
top right backs do that. Kyle Walker does that till this day, and he's 30.
Yeah. Okay. My point is exactly what I've said 1,000 times. You've named 4 players. You've just named 4 players. You've said everything that I've been saying. We've just repeated the same things I've been saying. I've always said that De Gea is one of the best shot stoppers. I've always said that. If we're going to talk, you talk, I talk, you talk, let me talk.
You're saying that because they have these obvious weaknesses, that you can't build a successful team with them.
I'm saying
you can. That's the difference.
Okay, I'm saying, like, if you're gonna say what I'm saying, let me actually hear what I'm saying. I'm saying, as a collective, you can't play those players with obvious weaknesses because the obvious weaknesses don't complement each other. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what you said, and I'm saying that you can.
Okay, then just agree to disagree.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you definitely.
I can't see how that works. I can't see that. I played football for many years, and if you put me in a place where my right back can't play football, but I enjoy passing football, and I want to get the ball, I want a player to make an angle so I can pass and I could do 1-2, but he can't even control the ball. That would make it very hard for me to play the kind of football that I want to play.
Like, it's your point of view. Like yours is, it's like
everything we say is a point of view here.
It's like you're very black or white. There's no grey. There's no middle ground that can become to an arrangement. Does that make sense? Just because I want to play football and he's shocking the ball doesn't mean we can't sort something out. It does.
Of course we can. We can. But I've said we can, but to get to the next level, that obvious weaknesses is not good enough. That's my point. To get to we can always win games. Yes, if you're so good at slide tackling, yes, it's a one attribute that's so great. Yes, it can work in many different games. But to get to the next level, we can't have too many players that have weaknesses that are too high. You can't have a player that's 9 out of 10 in one thing and 1 out of 10 in another thing. That's my opinion. I don't think you could be 9 out of 10 in aerial duels and 1 out of 10 for speed, and then have a player next to you that's 1 out of 10 in terms of strength, and then 9 out of 10 playing football.
They're not 1 out of 10s. They're not 1 out of 10s. This is what I'm trying to say to you.
I can't name a slower.
They're not 2 out of 10s either, bro.
I can't name any centre back that's slower than Maguire. Matt
Hummels is slower than him.
No, well, okay, Matt Hummels. I don't even know that. I don't know if he is or not. But name me how many centre backs can you name is slower than Maguire? How many right backs can you name me that's worse on the ball than Wan-Bissaka? How many goalkeepers can you name me that is terrible at coming out than De Gea? How many centre backs can you name me that are weaker than Lindelof? This is my problem. There's no. You can't have so. You can't. How many midfielders can you have that can't play with their back to go and so bad on the ball than Fred? Like, it's too much. It's too much. You can't move to the next level when you have these weaknesses as a collective. It's not just one player that has an issue. It's everyone.
I don't think you get what I'm saying, yeah?
Bro, I get what you're saying. I just disagree.
I'm saying that every single player has these weaknesses, they also have strengths. Yeah, yeah, also have strengths. Yeah, the reason why these players are top players are because of their strengths.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If you
But the
focus on
strengths have to be balanced together.
if you focus on strengths, yeah, strengths, and maximizing those strengths, you create a team.
Ricky,
That's how it
we're
works.
going to go in circles, right?
No,
Let me
no,
just.
no, no, no.
I still don't think you really get what I'm
See how
saying.
it works.
I
See,
agree with
I'll
that.
give you an example. I'll give you an example. City as a team, defensively, 1v1, majority of them, yeah, other than Kyle Walker, I'd say, 1v1 defensively, they're all shocking. They're all shocking. All of them.
But
I
almost
know
all of them are
Ruben Diaz.
comfortable.
Look at
But
that.
almost.
Huh?
Ruben Diaz 1v1 is very good.
He's not the best.
But he's up there.
I don't know many better.
Not the best.
In the league,
He's better than him by far.
in the league, he's
Van
top.
Dijk's better than him by far. 1v1s. I've seen him. Normally, what he does, he will slow you down and wait for someone else to support him, and then he'll go.
That's all
He's
part of
smart.
defending, though.
He's smart. Exactly.
Yeah, that's part of defending.
Okay. So I've said 1v1. Their team, that's not their strength. Their strength comes from defensively, organization, in pressing. And that negates, that one tactic negates the weakness in midfield, the lack of pace of some of their players, because you have players like Vardy. Ruben Diaz and Joe Stones are not quick enough to keep up with Vardy. Yeah, or Rashford to save their life. Do you know what I mean? Like,
can I ask a question?
The way you can put a team that all of them have the same weakness, the same massive weakness.
Oh, hold on. So you've already said a disparity. All of them have the same weakness. So if you're trying to solve for it, it takes one thing to solve for it. This has been my point from the beginning. If all of you have the same,
doesn't have that weakness though. There's obviously going to be
Carl Walker, that's only one player.
And when he comes in the team, it makes a massive difference.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what it is, right?
Because he's the odd one out that you use.
This is my point. So now you're getting my point. Listen to what you've just said. And listen to my point. Listen to what you've just said. Listen to my point.
Well, I think that's my point because Cancelo. If you have Cancelo there, they're all good on the ball and that they'll beat all the weak teams. But against United, they get smacked. If you put Kyle Walker there,
that's cool. That's cool. That's been my point. So what my point is, because our obvious weaknesses are all different, it's hard to solve that. Like, because yes, you've just said City, but all of them are basically comfortable.
And Stones have different weaknesses. So what's your point?
Yeah, but it's not as what are the weaknesses? What's Diaz's weaknesses?
Stones is weaker than Lindelof, bro.
Yeah, but okay, Stones is weak on the ball, but the whole City team can play football and he can play football. So he really has to show his strength, right or wrong.
That's not true. He has to show his strength. What do you mean?
Okay, but City don't have to defend as much as other teams.
City don't.
Yeah, cool.
There's still going to be situations where he can be isolated at the back post. Of course,
if teams, okay, then he has to do what he has to do. You can't. What can you do if a team is booting the ball? If a team is just booting the ball, manager can't solve for that. It's booting the ball. Okay, cool. But the example
you can get away with not heading the ball as a centre back in top flight football.
What was the point of that? Yeah, cool. Yeah,
that's a massive weakness in top flight football. Massive weakness.
Okay. I don't think Joe Stones is that bad at heading the ball, but that's just wherever in it.
Not that bad. He's worse than Lindelof, statistically.
Okay, all right. But my point is, with City, can you name me all the players and name me what they have 1 out of 10?
What do you mean?
2 out of 10. So you used
I don't think
Walker as an example
has 2 out of 10 attributes.
Okay, so that's where we disagree.
Guys, you think that?
Okay, so that's where we disagree.
I don't think that.
That's just opinion. Wherever you agree with me, you have your opinion. I have my opinion.
Let me. If they're not, so what's Wan-Bissaka? What's his rate?
It's not a 2 out of 10.
What is it?
I say he's a 4-5.
Fucking no! Hey, I'm going.
Like he's just.
Wan-Bissaka is 5 out of 10 on the ball. What do you want?
Not amazing.
He is
average. I want him to be average. That's the thing. He's average.
I've said I want him to be
at top
average.
flight football, that's below average.
He is top flight. No.
4-5 is below average at top flight football.
Let's change the maths then. Out of 10 at top flight football, what is he in the top flight football? He's at least maximum 2. Maximum 2.
I don't think he's.
He is
three out of push. 3 out of push.
Terrible.
I don't think he's a 2.
He is terrible. He is terrible. But that's where we come to opinion. Okay, if you don't agree that he's 2, then there's no point even arguing because you're arguing about nothing that doesn't make sense. I believe he's a 2. I think he's extremely bad at the ball. The ball bounces off his. Oh my god, I can't even believe. I think he's bad, right? And then you've got Maguire, who I think is actually a decent centre back, but he is extremely slow. He's extremely slow. And then you've got De Gea, who never comes out. There's too many issues. There's too many issues at the club.
But this all goes back to what Rick said about the manager is putting them to fail. Like, if you got that slow centre back, you're playing De Gea, then you're playing Wan-Bissaka. It's just a recipe for rubbish.
So this is where I reckon the real conversation should be had. Because I agree with that. I say, well, okay, I'm going to use Bayern Munich as an example. But if De Gea wasn't good for Bayern Munich,
yeah.
Well, he's not.
Okay.
And if he was,
okay.
And if he was, Jack, if he was, they wouldn't use that tactic because they're smart. This is my point.
Yeah, man, that's what I said. It goes always all back to
they won't use that. They won't use that tactic.
Jack, there's a million and one ways to win football matches. Yeah, there's a million and one ways to win football matches.
Yes, I said this like an hour ago. Yes, I know there's a million and one. I even said it. That you can play a whole bunch of football. I don't even know what the is. Okay, I'm not talking about winning matches. Before this is what people feel like. I'm talking about moving to the next level because we've won matches with these guys.
I'm talking about winning the Prem.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
Of course, I think we can't with like an Ollie at the wheel. But
that's what the whole thing comes down to is because he, like I said,
what he's saying that no manager on planet Earth can find a way to win with this squad. That's what he's saying.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that's what I'm saying. I didn't say that.
You just said that you can't win a league. You said in Westwood, you can't win a league with Maguire, Lindelof, De Gea, Wan-Bissaka. You said you can't win a league with them.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can with that back four.
Okay, but that's exactly so. You don't think
yes, with that back four. So before you put words in my mouth, get the right things out. I don't think Manchester or any manager right now will come to Man United and win with the back 5 that we had. I think as time is going on, De Gea is leaving. I think that we can. Because then things are changing. But with what we had this season, I don't think we could. Have.
With our squad, De Gea's not been starting right now.
He's not. But I don't think he's
starting right now. That's how good our squad is. We have 2 good goalkeepers, bro.
Yeah, that's working now. Now.
I think you can find a way to win.
I think we can find ways to win football matches, but to win the league, I think that's going to be extremely difficult.
I know it'll be very difficult.
I don't see it happening. I don't see Man United winning. I'm struggling to see Man United winning the league with a right back like Wan-Bissaka.
I think it can be done, man.
I think you can adjust to make him look very good, like how he looked good in Crystal Palace. But I think to adjust that, you need to adjust something else, which means you're going to forgo something else. And when you forgo something else, do we have the players that can execute that thing that you've forgone? That's my point. That's my final point. Like the fact that we have to play Scott and Fred means we've forgone certain things, which is why I think we don't play very well going forward because we've forgone a centre mid that can actually get the ball in between the lines and stuff by playing Scott and Fred.
Yeah, but that's not Jax. That wasn't your decision. It wasn't my decision. That was one man's decision. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's decision.
Yeah, but I reckon
different manager can see it completely differently and find a different way of.
But he did it for a reason. He did it to try and solve something.
Yeah, but that is my point. The only way it can be done.
No, I'm not saying it's the only way. I said
it can be done differently, right?
It can.
Okay, thank you. And the other way could be successful.
Yeah, it could be.
So the other way you could have done it would have been successful to win the league.
He believes a different manager could have
won the league.
Challenge so close to push them tight. I think so. I don't think Liverpool's squad is amazing. Our squad is way better than theirs, man.
It is
way better than theirs. Way better than theirs.
I think I agree with that back 4 we have.
If you think about this year, Wan-Bissaka and Trent, they both have they're opposite players. If you ask me,
yeah, they are. But
Trent. Then you can put something in place to win the league with Wan-Bissaka. That's how I see it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
But then, with Trent, because he provides so much on the right? He provides so much going forward, and defensively he's so bad. That's one weakness. That's one player. What are the weaknesses of the other back 4?
Gomez isn't great.
He's good.
He's not great.
No, but he's a good player.
Maguire better than him.
Yeah,
but who's he partnered with?
Van Dijk.
Who's the best centre back in the world?
Yeah, you could say. I think Ramos is better than him. That's my point.
So if you forgo one thing, so my point
I think Ramos is better than him, but
so my point.
Top two.
Okay, so cool. So whether it's even top three. So my point is, if you forgo something, so trying to solve for that weakness of Trent, which is my point. My point is, when you forgo one thing and you try to solve it, you need the players to be able to solve that. So Trent has the weakness of not being able to defend, but you've got what's his name? Van Dijk, who's good.
Van Dijk is not the person that solves that problem. Van Dijk is the problem that he's not.
He's part of that. He is part of a back four. He definitely helps in solving that issue. He's part of the back four.
Well, Henderson, Fabinho, they do their jobs. They do their job.
It's a whole bunch of players that whatever, but they're all good.
No, but you said
and they don't have to forget.
It's not Van Dijk.
But you're never listening. I didn't say it's just Van Dijk. I said there's players like Van Dijk, Alisson, Henderson, all of that solve that issue because he brings so much going forward. Trent, he brings so much going forward. But what does Wan-Bissaka bring? Slide tackles.
See, I don't agree with that point. Defending is he's got interceptions. Interception is not slide tackling.
I know. I think he's okay as defensive. I don't think he's great defensive.
What do you mean? He's got one of the highest. He's got the most interceptions as a right back.
Okay,
that's anticipation. Like,
okay.
I mean, in modern football, it's just a trend to obviously attacking is amazing and defending doesn't matter. In modern, I'm not of that schooling.
I'm not of that schooling.
Defending, I think defending at right back is the hardest thing to do probably in world football currently. Yeah. So
no, I don't think so. I don't agree with that. Though.
I think so because that's.
I don't think so because I think nowadays you've got DMs. Before you didn't have DM, so you're much more protected nowadays than before.
Well, but it was 1v1 back then, bro. So Wan-Bissaka would have it easy. It's you got overlaps, you've got underlaps, you've got numbers there in the ground there. You've got
DMs that it balances out.
You got strikers hanging in the back post. It's not. It's
anyway,
that's just an opinion. I Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, I think he's. I think he's good. I think he's good defensively. Let me put it that way. I don't think he's amazing.
He's the best in the Prem, though. That's been proven. He's the best in the Prem. So,
at defending.
He's the best in the Prem.
What
numbers are the best in the Prem at defending? This is a fact. Whether you want to argue with it, whether you like it or not, he's the best.
Anyway, I still think he's dead. Let me read some of the comments. Jake says City are very advanced project. The science which goes in the approach is incredibly specific. Which rely, let me just keep going. Jesse says we need players. Pep won't win the league with this group of players.
No way.
He says, for example, Pep didn't even want Lewandowski. He lacks small false nine strikers to keep opposition guessing as to who's going to score. A typical number 9 is too predictable and limiting. Spar 987 says we had a chance to win the league this season with the rest of the top teams, but struggling. Next season will be really difficult to finish top 4. Jacob says Liverpool midfield is more dynamic and accurate when it comes to progression compared to Scott, Fred, and Matic, who are much more limited than Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Thiago, Keita.
So Matic, he just said that Matic is worse on the ball than Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Keita, and Henderson.
He said when it comes to progression compared to Fred, Matic, and Scott,
that's not true.
He's more limited on the.
He just says limited. Let's be accurate. He says you are more limited than Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Thiago, and Keita, and Henderson.
Matic on the ball, he's one of the best. He's amazing, man.
AWB is very unique for a fullback. You very rarely get a fullback who's that gangly. The reason we focus on Robertson's output is because we don't have a proper right winger. That could be another factor. Says he's less dynamic to Wan-Bissaka. Yeah. To round up 2 hours, flipping out. For me, you guys know my stance on Wan-Bissaka. I just want him to. I don't even need him to be great. Just the certain field. I'm just thinking, how? Like it's been too many examples for me to think he'll ever be good. Like with the Luke Shaw thing we were saying before, I saw, he's a talented player. Like I've seen that at Southampton. Going forward, he was with Wan-Bissaka. There's not an inkling of anything I can see that I said he's going to be.
Oh, do you know what it is? Yeah, it's like I understand. Like people understand that football is a game of opinions. Does that make sense? And people value different stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And we all know that majority of people. This is why attackers get paid the most money in football. Majority of people just care mostly, or what they love more about football is watching attacking plays and players that are good on the ball and stuff like that. Yeah. but it doesn't mean that because someone is an unfashionable player doesn't mean they're very good at what they do. You know, I think it's a bit disrespectful. For being
Thing
honest.
is, I think when we're having these debates, because you know that, you probably think that I've got the same mindset, but actually, if you ask Jerry, I'm actually not like that. I look at things very holistically. Yes, I enjoy watching attacking football, but I even said to you guys that I actually prefer what Ollie's been doing because he's been getting results, right? But my point was always stand. I think that the players that we have right now just is an imbalance. Let me put it that way. It's just an
I think
imbalance.
it's an imbalance. The way it's been set up, the way we've seen it being set up, it's definitely been imbalanced. I agree.
I would like to see it set up in a different way. I've always said if I was the manager, you can play Wan-Bissaka, you can play this. Wan-Bissaka won't get in my team, generally speaking, because his obvious weakness is too bad for me. I will still play Maguire because his obvious weakness is easier to solve for me. But someone like Wan-Bissaka, I'm sorry, this is football. You need to be good at football.
I just think he's nervous when he gets on the ball, man.
The ball bounces off his
nervous. I think he's just nervous.
And the thing is, I don't think.
I think it's more of a. I don't think it's more of a ability thing. I think it's more about a mental state when he has the ball.
That's yet to be seen. I don't know what Jerry just said is true. With Luke Shaw, we saw what he can do. With Wan-Bissaka, I've only seen this and slide tackles. That's why I keep saying I'm joking when I say just slide tackles. I think he's a good defender. I don't think he's a great defender. For us to adjust everything for him.
I don't know. At right back, I haven't seen in world football. I haven't seen any right back completely pocket a winger like Wan-Bissaka does.
No, he can. He's useful. He's useful.
For you to say he's not a great defender, I haven't seen a right back pocket a defender.
Before you finish, my issue with him is the football. Obviously, that when he gets the ball, I don't think he has you might say he's nervous and positioning with
he switches off. I've seen it so often.
When it comes to his 1v1s and the tackling, and if he's against winger, I put all my money that he's
great at that, which makes him a good defender.
Yeah, that's it. But the other stuff with the positioning and the on the ball stuff, that's sometimes he does things about, and I'm like,
maybe watch him a bit more next time, Ricky. He doesn't watch the line. He doesn't watch the line. He doesn't watch the line.
We have to understand that our back four positioning in general is poor.
It is.
Yeah, and that's normally handled by centre backs.
That's probably why he's crap. That's crap.
That's my point. Bro, you know everything you say goes
I'm not putting that. No, but the thing is, you're putting his positioning solely on Wan-Bissaka.
No, I said, bro, that's what I'm saying. You have to listen to what I'm saying.
AWP's positioning is very poor.
Okay, I think it's bad. Because it's bad. I don't think it's great.
Okay,
I've only seen bad. But what I'm saying is,
wait, Jackson. Before you answer that, let me just say his position is bad, but it's true what Rick said with the defensive line. Because sometimes I think, why does he? Because Jack, you said before, why does he always come across? I think it's because to do with Lindelof.
To cover Lindelof's arse. His arse, bro.
Yes, Ricky. So this is my point. Bloodfire. So the weakness. This is what I keep saying. Bro, this is what I keep trying to say. Is like you're dismissing it, bro. Because Lindelof's weakness can't be solved, but it's like a strength.
Calm down. Your opinion. You're taking Ollie's words as Bible. You're taking Ollie's way of doing it.
Why did you do Ollie? I don't care about Ollie.
Because the reason why he's doing it is because of Ollie.
Is it because
Lindelof is so do it like that?
No, because he has to come and protect Lindelof because Lindelof has an obvious weakness.
Ollie's way of protecting Lindelof in that scenario is getting Wan-Bissaka to ignore his man and mark Lindelof's man. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't get my right back to mark a striker. I wouldn't do that. It makes no sense.
So what would you do?
What do you mean? Lindelof has to mark the striker.
He's gonna get bullied. That's my obvious weakness argument. If he does, he's gonna get bullied. Because guess what? As much as we say, why is Wan-Bissaka coming up? A lot of the time it works.
No, Jax. Who's stronger, Victor Lindelof or Wan-Bissaka at marking a striker?
Bro, that's a tough one because I've seen Lindelof get bullied quite often.
What do you mean?
But the fact that it's even a tough thing is an issue.
That's not
For any
tough.
centre back,
It's not.
Jerry, who do you think is stronger, Lindelof or Wan-Bissaka?
It depends because he plays right, but 1v1, like it depends if it's a cross or a set piece. Wan-Bissaka.
Jerry, the guy, the ball. This is open play. It's open play, and
he misses even set pieces as well.
Why?
Say that again.
No, in open play, we have Wan-Bissaka marking our striker. That goal Harry Kane scored.
Yeah, but it's
on back post. Did you watch it again? What I said?
Yeah.
Where Wan-Bissaka was marking Harry Kane.
Yeah, Rashford. It was Son. Yeah.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that.
Wan-Bissaka picks up if the striker is on the right hand side. Wan-Bissaka marks him goal side, and Lindelof is not goal side for some reason. It's strange. And the balls, it's not like I understand when the ball's on the opposite side of the pitch.
Yeah, but they all came across. Yeah.
It was central.
Was it? You guys talk. Let me watch it again.
I'm telling you, like, I just with the players that we have,
way too inside.
The players that we have, Wan-Bissaka can always do what he does very well, and he's definitely useful, very useful to have in the team. But for Manchester United to have Aaron Wan-Bissaka playing week in, week out to try and dominate England, the Premier League, it doesn't sit well with me.
I heard it.
No, but it was on the right though.
No, you're not listening to me. I'm saying that when the striker pulls off to the opposite wing while the ball's on the opposite side,
yeah,
then it makes sense for Wan-Bissaka to mark him. Look how central Kane is.
Yeah, but if he don't, Kane's free on goal.
It's because Lindelof should be marking him. Lindelof is free.
No, but if Lindelof comes across, Lucas Moore's free on goal.
Can I say something? Yeah. Can I say something?
There's Maguire. If you look when the ball's fully on the right, who had it on the right side? Lucas Moore was on the right side, right?
Ndombele.
And Ndombele had it on the right hand side, and he fires it into Kane.
Yeah, he crosses into Kane. Yeah.
Yeah, he fires it into Kane. Yeah, I'm saying when Ndombele has the ball there, Kane should not be Wan-Bissaka's man.
So whose man should he be?
He should be Lindelof's man.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can.
He's not that far. The backline is too narrow there. The backline is too narrow.
In those scenarios, things happen so fast that sometimes it's difficult to.
That's very strange, bro. It's very strange. Like look how narrow they are, bro. If you look at it, Wan-Bissaka is basically like in line with the penalty spot, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wan-Bissaka's got Kane there, yeah. If he leaves Kane's through on goal, fam. Lindelof's got.
I'm saying to you that he shouldn't be the one marking Kane already. It should be Lindelof.
Yeah, but if Lindelof comes
Lindelof comes there, then that places
doesn't have to be touch tight.
Not touch tight, but if he even moves,
it doesn't have to be touch tight. That's what you're thinking. He has to be touch tight. Goal side. It doesn't have to be touch tight.
But the way the play has manifested, that doesn't look terrible.
Look where Wan-Bissaka is,
bro? If Lindelof come to the down left a bit, who's behind him? That Tottenham player. He's through on goal because Scott is the wrong side of whoever that is. That Lo Celso. If he doesn't come across, we're finished. The whole shape of the team is wrong here. Because look where Maguire is. He's so far across that side.
Can I say something? Do you know his position is pretty bad as well? Maguire's position is a bit questionable.
Oh, it's terrible.
Always questionable.
And Fred is not
a DM, bro. He's just got
tenacity. He should be next to Scott.
He's not a DM. He's just got tenacity. That's it.
Number 8.
The only DM we have is
Matic.
That's it. And that's why I'm praying to God we can get a Matic with Fred's legs. That's all I want. That's all I want.
If we're doing pairs, why can't Matic play in the pivot with Fred?
I think we tried that once and it looked absolutely disgusting. The two left-footed guys.
I'm saying no, it's not. They're not too different because that's what Matic played with Kante in the pivot at Chelsea.
No, and I think back then we were trying to get in Pogba and Bruno. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we need to play a back three because when Matic and Kante played, it was a back three still.
Yeah, but football is a team game. Things have to piece together, man. And I know we've gone nearly half an hour or 45 minutes talking about systems and whatever. But for me, it just comes down to being able to find a nice system. I get the system. That's the thing. That's what I get for sure. You talk as if I don't get it. I get it extremely well. My thing is the players that fit that system, even if you adjust it, I just don't know if it's good enough. It's not good enough. If you adjust it to make Wan-Bissaka a bit less exposed, that's why I said use the right words, less exposed. Why do you have to be exposed? Why do you have a weakness that can expose you? And that argument is why I really didn't like De Gea. I've not liked De Gea for the past 4 years. Ask them lot. I've not liked him for the past 4 years because his obvious weakness is too much. For a team like Man United, I'm sorry, your weakness can't be that obvious for teams to pick up on. To say, oh, De Gea, if you get a set piece, everyone just get around him. I'm sorry, that is not good enough. And De Gea has done... I was saying this before, I feel like he's fooled a lot of people. He's so good at shot stopping.
Matic has won a Champions League. Don't say he's dead. He's won a Premier League.
Matic is a baller.
Absolute baller. He's a top.
Matic is a baller. But what I'm saying is because De Gea's got that, because he's got such an obvious strength and such an obvious weakness. Like unless you really clock the thing, like he's so good at shot stopping. So when we're under the caution, like this guy is world class. But then when you actually assess it, really, you don't really come out. A lot of goals we've conceded. A lot of players even blame our defenders, but actually, if only we had a sweeping keeper, half those chances would have never been conceded, or even set pieces. Half those chances, if the keeper just came out and collected it, we would have not conceded. In the last minutes, we're always conceding. Why? Why are we always conceding in the last minutes? Because we don't have a keeper that just comes and claims. It's just ridiculous, and that's what frustrates me so much. I want a player, and that's why I was getting frustrated because you're saying as if I just want world-class players. No, I want players that are good at what they're good at. And if they don't have to be great at something else, but they have to be at least decent at it. That's all I want. If you're great at tackling, that's cool. But at least be okay on the ball. If I'm in a tight area and I pass you the ball, I know you're not going to lose it still. You might still you might kick it down the line, but it's not just going to bounce off your foot.
Jax, like you've said, like there's a similar goalkeepers that are very similar to De Gea are Oblak, yeah, and Courtois, yeah. They don't sweep.
Yeah,
and their teams don't play a high line. Like, I honestly believe that partially the fact that you've seen these players of obvious weaknesses, using the words you use, get exploited, week in, week out, has tarnished your opinion of them, and that's normal.
I don't think they're bad players though. I think that's what.
But regardless, I think they're worse than they are
as players.
Because of what you've seen. Because
I still think
you'll never see a Madrid do what they like. You never see like other top sides do what we do week in, week out.
What you've just said, De Gea, I spotted this before Ole, before Jose. I spotted this time years ago. Because when I watched I analysed, I spotted this time ago. And I've had so many arguments with people about De Gea. For about 4 or 5 years ago, I was like, guys, I know he's a shot stopper. I've clocked this from time. Oblak, of course, he's probably the best shot stopper after De Gea, or maybe Lloris is a good shot stopper as well. But, there might be a couple better. But then you look at the way Atletico play, it suits him.
Exactly.
It suits him. But I don't want to. But that's the thing. Everyone in Atletico suits him. That's what I'm saying. Atletico don't have a Maguire and then a Wan-Bissaka. It's the balance. That's what I'm saying.
You're not getting what I'm saying to you. My point is that all those players you see at Atletico, some of them might, if they do have obvious weaknesses, you won't be aware of them because you won't even see them being exploited.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying. That's my point.
We've had argument. I said, Ollie, you see what he's trying to do, the style of play playing from the back, but you're using Wan-Bissaka as your outlet. It don't make sense.
It don't make sense. I don't agree with that.
That's Feder's fault.
Yeah, the double pivot.
That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, bro, I don't disagree with that.
So when
can we change it? I don't want this to be about
that's what I'm saying. I understand why it'd be hard for you to imagine there being a solution, but I guarantee you, an experienced manager, even a manager that's not great, even a manager like who's the Belgian manager right now? What's his name called again? Martinez. He'd come in and the way the team starts playing, you'd be like, "Raw."
Yeah, but I mean, I would need to see it for a whole year because I saw
the squad's play football.
Yeah, I would just have to see it for a year because even when Ole first came, I saw football. What I'm saying is, I've even forgot my point now. What's my point? But balance. It's not about. I don't want to talk about Ole because this conversation, when it comes to Ole, it becomes that I need to defend Ole. No, forget Ole. Forget even Ole's tenor. This obvious weakness thing has been at Man United for a long time. This is my point. It's not about this team today. It is about them because they still have it, but it's not just about it. And when I say obvious weaknesses, it's more about the balance of the team.
Do you know because why I believe? Do you know why I believe? Let me explain. Maybe
let me finish my point. Let me finish my point, and then you jump in.
Yeah.
My point is this obvious weakness thing has been at Man United for a long time. It's not just about Wan-Bissaka. It's not just about Maguire. To be fair, for me, I think the recruitment has been really bad because the recruitment has just been vibes, right? When we go back to the teams that we've had they've had obvious weaknesses as well, and it doesn't work together. This is my point. Like for example, Lukaku, obvious weakness, bad touch, right?
Yeah, actually isn't that bad though.
I don't think it's that bad. No, I mean, like, it was exposed, as you were saying. It was definitely exposed, right? And then we've got players that matter. Obvious weakness. What's his obvious weakness? Can't run back, but he's clean on the right. Then you've got Fellaini, great in the air. Obvious weakness, can't really play from, can't really get around. And I think that problem has been at Man United for so long. It's been in our DNA for so long that it's still affecting us today. And we're still doing this bull crap of bringing in players that are great at one thing and so bad at another, and it doesn't work together.
Jack, this is what I'm trying to say to you. Like, I like looking at, like, you see international football, because you can't buy a player, it's nice seeing the traits of, like, where they might be a player who's world class and you might not get into the team because it just doesn't fit.
I like that. That's the balance I'm talking about.
Like, the thing is like, Mata, like this obvious weakness thing, it's not. Matt is a very similar type of footballer to David Silva.
Yep.
You know, Laney is a very, very good. These players are all very good footballers.
At what they do. But together. My point is always about together.
Look, I honestly believe, that you can match two opposing defenders together, like a Vidic and Rio Ferdinand, salt and pepper, and it works.
Yeah, it can work.
Yeah.
If it
works, if you together, they can work together. They can. And matter, and you can do something with a Fellaini. I don't know, put it onto the wing back, knocking it down. Ball goes to Mata in the pocket. Mata finds a man goal.
Yeah. I agree. I don't disagree with that.
So I don't believe in being like an unbelievable, an unsolvable jigsaw.
United.
When you say unsolvable, you can solve it.
Huh?
You can solve it.
Harry Kane, I need him at this club. What a
goal. Yeah, like I don't believe that like it's unsolvable. Like football, I think footballers are very adapt. They can adapt.
They can. But to win the league, to win the league, I would struggle to see any manager win the league with Mata and Fellaini. That's my point. You can always adapt. Like the example you used was salt and pepper with centre backs. We ask for centre backs come as a pair, so you can definitely do that. You can definitely match.
Teams come as 11, bro.
Yeah,
Teams come as 11.
But this is my point. This is the point I'm actually trying to say. So yeah, you can do that with
That's
that.
even easier to adapt.
But if you've got so many players and they all have different strengths and different weaknesses, and you're trying to do a specific thing, it's difficult. It's difficult because then as soon as it's like a jigsaw. It's a jigsaw. If you move one thing this way, then this has to change. And then
all teams are like that, Jack. Though all teams
but what they will have, for example, like City is every player or the majority of the players are good on the ball.
Just because that's Pep Guardiola's philosophy.
Well, that's my point. And you get rid of the players like Joe Hart, who can't do it.
That's his philosophy. That's how he.
That's my point. That's my point. Yeah.
My point is that.
But Man United still have a Joe Hart.
Is that there's 1,000,001 ways.
I know this though.
To win.
Yeah. To win the league with that. I'm sorry, I don't think Pep would have won the league with Joe Hart.
No, Pep Guardiola is not the only person who has won the league. There's been many managers to win the league, bro.
Yes, I know this.
Yeah, look what what's his name?
We might have to take this off air.
Leicester again. What's his name called again? Forgot his name. Is it Ranieri? Who won the
Ranieri, yeah.
Ranieri, he won the league for Leicester. People before Arsene Wenger was disgusted. He was like, you can't win the league playing this type of football. It's statistically impossible. No, it's not.
You can, but there'll be no longevity.
No, you can. They had to sell players. They lost Kante the following season. They still had Kante. They probably would have been up there still.
So they sold a player.
That's they sold a vital part of their jigsaw.
That's my point. They sold a player.
Exactly.
They saw the player that was vital for the thing. The player. They
No,
could have
but
easily replaced him.
you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying to you is, my point is to you is that everybody else, when they saw that team at the start of the season, they didn't see what Ranieri solved, what he found a way of winning. And their players were much more limited in positions than what we've got currently, bro. Like, I've seen it. Like I've seen managers. You're thinking, how is this manager going to play how he wants to play? And then Victor Moses is a right wing back. What Hudson Odoi is a right wing back.
Yep.
I didn't win no league with Hudson Odoi.
No. He's using an example of the new manager. But my point of the matter is, yes,
like it can be done. It can be done.
It can be done.
The was a right centre back before that. Never.
But I can guarantee you there'll be no longevity with it, though. That's a problem.
It depends on the happiness of the manager,
bro. It won't work. It won't. The thing is, them things work because it shocks other teams. It's a shock. Yeah. That's why they work. When Leicester come, it's a shock. The way Chelsea adapted, shock. Try to do that next season. It ain't gonna work. Victor Moses, you try that, blood. You try it. It ain't gonna work.
But your point was that it's not doable. But my point
it's doable.
Bro, anyone can win it. I said anyone can win it. Bro, you can win it. You can. I don't say fluke, but you can set something up and win the league for one season. It can work because then teams are like, right, what do I? It can work.
That's what I wanted. It's doable. It can work. Okay, I'm happy.
Come on, man. Even Burnley can win the league this season.
Burnley, like, come on.
Let's be honest. Though, when we're talking, okay, but that's an issue.
No.
But when we're talking about certain things, like, yes, it can work, but we want longevity. We want it to work consistently, and I don't think it can work. Let me choose my words properly. I don't think it can work consistently. I don't see Man United winning leagues for the next 5. How old is Van Bissaka?
Yeah, but Jack.
How old is Van Bissaka? Jerry, how old is Van Bissaka?
I don't even know, like 21.
I don't see Man United consistently winning league for the next 7 years with Van Bissaka. Yeah, I just don't see it, bro. That's the point.
Regardless, that's not happening at United because of behind the scenes.
Listen, let's not make this about Ole, fam. Like, even if
I'm talking about Ole, I'm talking about the board because behind
the board. Yeah. I mean, what I would like Ole to do. Yeah, what I would like Ole to do is to bring in like a Matic with legs. If I think even the way we play now, if we had a Matic with legs. A Wan-Bissaka who was actually okay on the ball, and we brought in the right winger. I think we've got a very decent chance of doing well next season. I genuinely believe so. But it's these fine margins. For me, that's what I'm saying. That's why I got offended. You think I'm not care about. It's not about world-class players and coming. No, it's these fine margins. But I think these fine margins are just too fine with Man United. The players. Wan-Bissaka, oh God,
You talk about. I don't like when you.
You get offended when I talk about Wan-Bissaka as if it's crap. But it's not a small issue.
A tiny
Ricky Wills. It's not a small issue. It's not a small issue, bro.
Compared to Fred, score.
Fred as well. We've used Wan-Bissaka as the proxy for this conversation.
But it's always Wan-Bissaka. I'm getting tired of it, bro. Every day. It's every day.
We can say something about Fred, bro. Fred is the same.
Every day is Wan-Bissaka.
Okay, maybe that's why.
It's Wan-Bissaka. We spoke about Fred. We talk about Scott.
Fred is the same. Fred is tenacity. That's all he's good at.
No, but I'm saying I don't like how we zone in on Wan-Bissaka so much.
I mean, the reason we zone on Wan-Bissaka is mainly because I just can't understand the football and the company football. That's why.
Every game and we don't have no option. And
no, but Jerry, Fred is the same. Fred is another problem.
Yeah,
Fred is the same. Fred's got obviously. He's only got tenacity. What is Fred actually good at as a central midfielder? Apart from tenacity,
Scott though.
You prefer Fred to Scott?
Yeah,
I think Fred balances with other players better than Scott.
There we go, because he's got much more obvious strengths than Scott. There we go.
Yeah, but that's my point. What's Scott's? See, Scott doesn't even have an obvious strength, let alone obvious speed and stuff. That's the thing.
Athlete.
Yeah, he's got stamina. He's got a lot of stamina.
If you look at his build, he's built like a Greek god, man. He's built.
Yeah, he gets around. I like Squad for the team. I think he can come in for certain games. But I don't know. We've had this conversation has been a long time. It's been a very interesting conversation. But I think we just have to agree to disagree. I think just for me, I truly understand what you're saying. Don't ever get it twisted. I understand you can solve for certain things. For me, my conclusion is as much as you can solve for it, I just don't think that right now the players at the level that they are at are good enough to consistently win the league, unless we buy better players. And obviously, I think only then we can really push forward. I just don't see it right now. I really don't. I really don't. Consistent. We can do it for one season. I won't be surprised if we won the league next season.
I honestly don't think Liverpool's team to win the league is that great.
But I don't think Liverpool can be consistent. They're not consistent. There's no point consistency, bro. Liverpool outworked teams. That's what they're so good at.
Next year they're done. I'm telling you, their whole thing is finished.
But for longevity, you need like the reason why Liverpool do so well, and even when they're doing bad, it looks so. I think Salah is huge for them. Salah produces. He produced. You take out Salah, that team building like a capitulist, I reckon.
I prefer Mane to Salah, you know.
I think Mane is a better footballer, but Salah produces output. You can count on Salah. You can count on Salah.
A season or 30 years, mad, fam.
Yeah. I remember because a young defender was signed from Palace at United. He has to evolve his game and play more expansive. The kid is learning and whatever. Do you know? I'm a bit sad because I actually liked him, but I feel like I'm getting onto him.
You know what's funny? It's because sometimes we see glimpses, little glimpses. I'm thinking, oh, okay. Do you know, like,
can I be honest? Oh my God,
Ricky was
tired of this.
You know what's mad? You see the Tottenham game.
That is low.
That Cavani, the second goal we scored, it was his pass that found Bruno. He split the two.
Bro, he's got glimpses.
I was thinking,
Ricky's right. Maybe he's just nervous.
Yeah, I think he's got really poor composure. I think he's got really poor composure. I think his composure is like
too low, like
too
laid back.
I think his composure is
but Ricky, why does he have to drop when he crosses that?
Why does that matter?
No, but
it
matters. A ball.
Ricky, did you see?
That's what matters. That's what annoys me, guys. Like,
why is he dropping?
What quality have you seen?
Like,
but have you seen what quality have you seen?
But why is he dropping? I just want to know. Why are you always lean and you're just dropping to the floor?
He hasn't got balance.
Why do you think that is though?
No, he hasn't got balance. It's a lack of balance. That's what it is.
That's poor, fam.
He's trying to get his foot around the ball. You have to fall sometimes.
He's not technically good.
Hernandez used to do.
Every time.
Hernandez does it. Hernandez does it when he shoot. When Hernandez used to shoot, he used to fall over all the time. Hernandez.
Yeah, because he whacks it. But this is a bit different. This one, like, do you know what? Did you see Tellers' cross? I said it in the last stream. Did you tell us his cross?
I don't want to. Can we stop talking about it? Can we stop talking about it?
I don't know. Maybe Robert is Ricky's cousin. I didn't even look at it. I can see the resemblance.
Oh, it's the South London thing. That's right.
Oh, South London.
I like the kid, man. Leave him alone, bro.
Okay. No, do you know what? I think he's got potential.
No, but it's too much, man.
Oh man.
Jacob. Who's Jacob? I think he might be talking to me. If Ole persists with who's that?
A big one, because Jacob, a big one. They're talking in the comments. So he said,
"Okay. If Ole persists with 3 strikers and a number 10, we will struggle. The balance. The thing is, this all goes back to what everyone says. Like there is an imbalance between the manager, the players. There's just, it's just the balance is a bit off, man. The balance is a bit off, and I think that's what we're off right now. We're not going to change the manager, so we've got to change the players.
I don't have
Wan-Bissaka can improve though. I thought, do you know what? I think let me end by saying this, but Bash is about to die. I think Wan-Bissaka can improve. He's shown glimpses. I need him to calm down.
I don't care about him improving, but I just don't want you guys to go in on him.
No, he's just a proxy, bro. He's just a proxy. Fred is the same. Martial's the same. Martial's got the same thing. He's good at something.
The second thing is, it's been like what 4 months.
Okay. No, but before it was Maguire.
Everyone's getting on Maguire.
No, but Maguire deserves it.
Yeah,
he deserved it. He was costing us games.
It's because when Wan-Bissaka gets the ball, I have zero.
Oh my god!
Zero hope. Like I pray he gets the right pass.
Is that you're hoping that, and that's the fundamental issue with a club like Man United. How can your right back get the ball and you're hoping that he doesn't lose the ball?
That's wrong.
Like that's not good. How are you going to challenge consistently and you're panicking? You're like, right, is he going to lose the ball? Nah, man. And it's the same thing with what's his name, Fred as well. Yeah. When Man United are about to play out and we pass to Fred with his back to goal, my heart misses a beat.
Yeah.
My heart misses a beat every
single.
That's
coaching though, because you shouldn't be receiving the ball back, give it back to go anyway.
No, you can just pop it off though.
It has to be first time, obviously. You have to be
like if you're pressed you just pop it off. Like
But
pop it off.
maybe the first
You
time
make a
pass-
decision before the ball comes.
Maybe
Like,
the first time pass makes it more likely for you to misplace the pass as well.
Yeah, but yeah.
No problem, but
But
you
you
do
pass it
run
back to the goalkeeper. If you
run
bro,
those
this is
every
simple
week.
football, bro.
You
If
do
you
one
don't know what
touch
to do,
every week. Come on, man.
bro,
If
if you pass me the ball and I don't know what to do, I'm giving it back to the goalkeeper. You bring the flipping thing out, bro, about passing it to me without under pressure. Don't give it to me. And that's what good players do. That's what good players do. That's how you could trust. You know, you could trust certain players even when they're pressed because you know that they will just pop it off back to you.
I was making a point that like Fred is not being. It's that the structure of playing up from the back that he's being put in. It's not the strongest structure anyway, and it's not even his strength. Full stop. So for us to go in on him at it,
that's my issue. That playing up from the back with the
it's not
players
really
we
his
have.
fault. It's not really his fault.
Yeah, but what Matic is doing it, he does it just fine.
Yeah, that's Matic's game. That's what he does.
That's why Rick said he used to play it.
But that's why I think Man United are a team in transition, and when we get the players, we can do exactly what
Why
Ole
doesn't
wants to
Oli
do.
play Matic more?
I think he wanted to, but then I think we got.
I don't think he does.
No, Ricky. This is going back to exactly what I said.
He was playing last year.
He was playing last year. It was Matic, Pogba, Bruno. The reason why Matic doesn't play anymore is because he hasn't got legs. The reason why that's an issue is because we have to protect the back four, which includes players who don't have legs. Maguire and Lindelof. So to solve that, you have to play Fred and Scott McTominay, which causes us not to be able to attack.
No. See, this is what I'm trying to say to you, Jack. Like, you always say that's the only solution.
I'm not saying it's the only solution, my bro. I'm saying that was his solution.
That's his solution. Thank you.
No, I'm not saying it's the only solution, bro. That's what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
You're talking like us having more possession of the ball protects them the most.
Bro, I don't disagree with
not having the ball full stop protects the defenders the most.
Bro, for me, listen, the truth of the matter is, if I was Ole, I wouldn't do what he's done. If I was Ole, first and foremost, Bailly is my number one centre back. He is playing week in, week out. And Matic is playing week in, week out. But I don't, the thing, when people listen to me, they think like I agree with what Ole said. I don't fully agree with I'm just saying what I think he's done. That's all.
It's the Vim, though. The Vim sounds like you are.
That's my thing, bro. I do everything with passion, bro.
It's the Vim. Like,
bro, I don't rate Ole like that, bro. I don't rate him.
I think Matic protects the back four more than all the players that played it.
Bro, Matic gets into my team way ahead of Fred and Scott. I think he's levels above them, right? But what I'm saying is because our centre backs are a bit weak, and what annoys me about Ole the most is the fact that he doesn't play Bailly. I don't know why he loves that centre back pairing. I think that's a joke. I think to solve half the issues, you play Bailly, personally, and also, sorry, I also wanted to see more of Brandon Williams. I want to see Brandon Williams play right back, compare and see if he can at least compete with Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Listen,
that's
guys.
all. Yeah, boys, my battery's low, man.
I think it's probably one of our.
James is watching the game. He's just watching Everton.
Listen, I love football. I could talk about football for the whole day, man. I go chat to my gal.
Yeah, we got obviously the weekend. We got Burnley on Sunday. Just to wrap up, I know we've been talking about other stuff, but we do have a game on Sunday. Just going to finish off with the quick prediction. Rick, going to start with you. Man United at home. 4:00 kickoff, I think. Burnley, Old Trafford. What are you saying, man?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, would you not start Rashford as well? I forgot to ask.
No. Yeah, Jack's phone's gone.
Yeah, he's done.
No, I wouldn't start Bashy, but I'm gonna go 2-0 United, man.
2-0, clean sheet.
Yeah, hopefully.
So
yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0.
Quickly, your lineup quickly because my
lineup. Dean Henderson in goal. Wan-Bissaka right back.
Henderson.
Henderson right back. Centre backs. I will go Lindelof, Maguire. Left back Luke Shaw. DM. I'd play Matic, Fred. Number 10. I would play Bruno Fernandes. Cavani plays up top. Pogba's on the left. On the right, I think I'd give James a game on the right.
Wait, where's Mason?
On bench.
Why?
He can come on.
Well, you know, Mason's been kind of like.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think I don't think his body is ready to be playing Premier League football back to back.
Back to back.
Jeez, we've been going for 2.5 hours. Blood fire.
Fam, Jack, you've only been here for like an hour and a half, but I was here for the first hour.
Sorry, man, sorry. That's why, because I joined late.
Was
You
it
know me?
simple?
By the way, guys, when I talk passionate, it's not like no disrespect or nothing like that, you know. Do you know how many fights I had in secondary school because people thought I was just a bit fire?
No, it's normal. I'm the same, bro.
Yeah, I can tell you the same.
I'm the same. That's why I get you. Yeah. I'm the same.
I've had to knock out a few people still. But...
What? You guys had actual fights because of talks about football?
It gets heated, bro. You know, people's ego gets hurt. So would you say fun? Would you say fun? Someone's getting backed.
Because I was captain of my year group, but I played people above me. People don't really argue with me much.
Okay. Now
I had the thing on lock.
That's happens where you're from. There. I don't know. I was a bit dodgy.
He says Greenwood's body's not ready, but Cavani at 34 is.
Yeah. I don't know because Cavani's run. He's running. It's like short bursts.
I don't smoke.
You don't do that. Them things there.
I don't smoke, man.
I'm saying that Cavani does he doesn't have to do as much running on the right wing. You have to do a lot of tracking back and all of that, man. And Greenwood just looks tired. If you watch him, he looks really leggy all the time.
I was starting because I think he scored in his last 3-4 games. That I think
I want him. I don't like seeing like players leggy after 45 minutes. You shouldn't be leggy, really, man.
GP, we're playing against Burnley with James. There's not going to be much green for him to run into. So I don't.
What's the next game? What's the next game?
Burnley at home.
No, I mean after Burnley.
We got Leeds away.
No, I'm not doing it for tactical reasons. I'm just doing it because I want to rest Greenwood.
Rest, but he hasn't really been. I don't know. All right, cool. That's your team.
I don't want him to burn out, man. I don't want him to burn out. He's young, isn't it? He's like, how old is he? He's like 19.
Yeah.
He's young, man.
Your lineup.
He played Thursday, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He played full 90, right?
I can't remember, to be honest, but I think so.
Yeah, that's the reason. That's the only way. Anyway, go on.
Oh, sorry, my team.
Yeah.
Bailly's fit. He's coming in, right? You're coming in to partner. Maguire. Maguire was suspended last game, wasn't he? So yeah, Bailly Maguire. Though I would in the future, I would like to actually see Bailly and Lindelof. Actually, I don't know.
Did you see Lindelof and Tanzebi?
That was a good partnership, I think.
It was decent. Man. I liked it.
I liked it.
There was no aerial threat. It was a bit.
Yeah, I think
against Burnley, Jesus Christ.
Bailly starts the ball. I mean, not Bailly. Maguire has to start. And then the second, all right. No, I'm joking. Luke Shaw. Yeah, Luke Shaw. He was suspended last game, wasn't he?
Yeah. So
Luke Shaw back on the left. Scott McTominay starts this game alongside Matic. And I'm playing Pogba number 10. I'm dropping Bruno. Well, no, let me rephrase that. I'm resting Bruno.
You know, people say it's resting. You know, this is going to be the first week we will have no midweek game.
Yeah, but that's the point. Get your rest now.
Let them play and then get the rest. All right, that's your team. Anyway.
No, get your rest, man. You're tired, man.
He's this guy, bro. What do you mean? So allow it. We don't want to hear that.
I don't even know why you even put that up.
PSG for the win.
And then actually that's Twinzebi. I think Joe, we spoke about it one time. I think he needs. Was it last episode? I think he needs an opportunity.
He needs game time, man.
Hey, look, remember I told you. Remember I said yesterday, Jerry, that Tanzebi's passing range is quite good. Do you remember? And you guys are like, I don't really see it.
No. You said, see, Ricky, this guy, stop misquoting people, fam.
No, it wasn't you. It was Jerry. He
was saying
he said it was great. You said it was great. I said it was tidy. I wouldn't say it was great, but he picked.
I saw a couple. You know the laced ones, the laced.
Yeah.
It was tidy. I like that. I wouldn't say great is like.
Jerry hates the word great. Jerry hates the word great.
I think great is that word is a bit.
Jerry hates the. I told Jesse told Jerry that if Ole wins, not Ole, Man United win the Europa and finish second. That's a great season.
Yeah, Rick,
Jerry
what do you
switched.
think?
He said, "What do you mean by great?"
That's a great
What's
season.
that? What's that raw?
Yeah, Rick, is that a great season?
Huh?
Is that a great season?
Great season.
For who?
Not just where we are right now. Like to come second. For where we are right now as United, we finish second and win the Europa. Is that a great season?
For who?
For what we are, for us right now.
Oli, yeah, a great season.
For Oli, yeah.
No.
Don't-
No.
For Manchester United, though.
For Manchester United right now, including
It's
Ole,
what's
including the
expected.
players. So it's not great, yeah, and that's what
It's
Jerry
not
got
good,
offended. He was like,
I say winning. I say finishing second would be a higher achievement than winning the Europa League.
yeah, that's what I said. But Jerry doesn't. Jerry likes trophies. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the manner of the second is not great though. That's a problem.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's not. I'm sorry. I'm going back to my team. I think I will actually still start Greenwood on the right. I wanted to play James, but Burnley, man. I don't want to watch a game with Burnley and James. It doesn't make sense.
I want the second on that right. Nah.
I just don't. I actually don't ever want to see that partnership. It makes me sick.
Who?
You know,
What?
James on the right.
James and your boy. Yeah.
What's it with my boy? I don't mind.
That's
I'll
your
take
boy.
that. I'll defend him.
Cousin. That's
I'll
your
defend
cousin.
him, bro. I'll take Wan-Bissaka. He's not as bad as Maguire or Martial. Then, man, I'll take Wan-Bissaka on my wing. He can be my boy. Martial's being worse than that. Who's Martial's guy here and Pogba's guy? Who's that?
I back Martial. I back him.
No, Jerry.
Martial's your guy, Jimmy. Yeah.
Martial's
He's your guy. You're what? You're what was it? Was it AM? Team AM?
Bro, this season,
Right.
cool. I've cost him, but I'm not just gonna write him off because I've seen
Martial is Jerry's guy. The whole season.
I've seen what he can do. Like I've seen the talent. Like I'm not just gonna forget. This season's been a write-off. Next season, I back him to come back.
Everyone's got this guy. My guy's Rashford.
This is a fine magic, yeah. Wan-Bissaka, yeah. We all know he's like terrible on the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got some assists, right? And a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, what has Martial done?
I don't know Martial. I don't.
What has Martial done, bro?
Martial's
flary. Jerry's there.
Yeah.
Jerry's there. Because he's flary, Jerry's
It's
there, bro.
what I've seen. He was our top goal scorer last year. That's it. He's got credit in the bank. But
How many goals did he score last season?
23.
Whoa.
23.
23 in all competitions.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's
Not
really
good, but it's been our highest since I think
That's really good for him. But that's
For
what
him,
I'm saying.
yeah,
Now that you
it's
say
good
things
for
like it's good for him.
Good for Martial. There you go.
That's a problem.
Martial.
but then he missed. He got injured for Burnley last season. People forget that.
Yeah, Guerrero does that all the time. What's your point?
Yeah, he gets 20 goals. That was the same,
Yeah,
bro.
in the league, he gets
No, I don't think he's ever got 20 in the league, you know.
yeah, he gets like 18, 19.
Yeah, see, so it is what it is.
What's
Anyway,
going
How many of you guys are all it out? I am all
It's
it
Jerry.
until he shows me a reason
It's
for him to
Jerry.
completely leave.
Jerry's only out.
Yeah, I'm only out if he
You know
shows
what?
me.
You know what?
If he shows me a lack of progress next season, then I'm only out.
I'm
That's what I
not
want.
I'm not only out. I just don't believe we can win the Premier League with him.
yes, yeah. I'm on that train. Like I don't
No,
rate him.
you're worse than me, man.
No, 'cause if we suck him, it's like I need to know who's coming in. I need to know what we're gonna do. If we suck him, I just don't rate him as a manager. That's where I'm at. I don't. I just think he's doing a great job. I think he's doing the best job to create a club, create a team for the next manager. He's molding the team for the next guy to just come and just get it straight into the
I don't think
thing.
we can say that because the amount of money he's getting is a problem.
Yeah,
that's
but
the thing. Any manager, like,
Yeah.
it's
No,
not
I
even the
think
money that he's getting. It's
If
like
you have like a manager like Oli, I think you need to limit his outlays to like maximum 40 million per player because the risk you're taking on the players that he wants is too big, man.
yeah.
but
I
like
want to know the thing is, I want to know the players that he
Progress.
wants.
for progress, fam.
Like
He wants-
Wan-Bissaka
he wants-
was
he
Wan-Bissaka
wants
a
Haaland.
player
He wants
that Oli
Haaland.
wanted.
He wants Haaland.
Yeah, but see, that's let's get Haaland. that's the player I can mess with. Like, let's do that.
So the way you said that, like he's coming, you can't even get Bellingham from Birmingham, bro. You can't even get Bellingham from Birmingham. You saying you're gonna get Haaland?
I'm sorry, I just don't want to see another. This hair. So, I'm even becoming big on in right now. For example, James. Yeah, obvious
That's all he's signing.
and obvious weakness.
That's
So
all he's
fast,
signing.
I can't play football. Yeah. But yeah, it's sorry. I didn't even finish my team. I don't even know who I'm going to play up front. I think the team just needs a rest, man. I think the team needs a rest, man. So to actually, I'll probably actually play Greenwood up front, and then James on the right, and
Against
then
Burnley. Nah, bruv.
Hey, Greenwood will get no change.
Yeah, Cavani has to play, man. For
yeah,
me.
but with Pogba playing number 10,
Cavani-
link ups.
Yeah, I
Is
need
Martial's out?
Cavani and Pogba for me have to play this game with their big.
What's yours, Jerry? Then go on.
Paul Henderson in goal, right back AWB, Maguire, Bailly. I don't think I will play Bailly, but I don't think he'll play. And then obviously Luke Shaw left back. The sit-in two, I'm going Fred. You know what?
Huh?
Wait. You know what? I'm gonna go Scott and Fred.
Did you say Fred Pogba?
No, I don't want Pogba. Nah, I said
I heard Fred Pogba.
No. Scott and Fred. I actually play Scott and Fred. Like, I would like to play Van der Beek, but Van der Beek, he's not getting no love.
That guy's still alive. I'm joking.
Actually, you know what? Yeah,
I'll actually play him in this game with Fred. I'll play him.
Against Burnley.
Can I change my team? I'll move Pogba from number 10 to the left and play Van der Beek number 10.
Who drops out?
You said Bruno. He's rested.
Bruno drops out. He's rested.
So he's playing right wing.
Greenwood, you said, I swear.
I think I said
Greenwood up front.
No, I changed it before, but yeah, Greenwood on the right, Cavani up top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my one was Fred Van der Beek, Pogba on the left, Bruno number 10 on the right, Greenwood up top, Cavani. I'm going strong, man. I want to keep us winning because I think we got Leeds. Then it's Liverpool. No, it's Roma, Liverpool, and then the return leg against Roma. Like we need the momentum. That's going to be a big week, fam. Like,
did you guys hear about Smalling getting robbed?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's madness.
I don't understand about these people. Like, why? Why?
He's not from there, innit? Therefore, yeah, maybe let's just go to him. He's not from here. In front of their kid
That's mad, man.
Adam Lallana, my G's. If you don't believe you can win the league, you can't back him. Then you're Man United. You should have higher standards.
No, but I think the main thing that stops us from winning the league is our board.
I think that's what we all agree. Is the board is just messes up everything, man. But as I said, for these things, it's all a formula, man. Everyone needs to be a harmonization. You need the board, you need a great manager, you need great players, you need a great system, and that's the only way you can win the league. I reckon.
That's what Man City have, man.
And to have that to win the league consistently, you can win a one-off by changing things around.
Harry Kane, is he injured, fam? Listen, we need you for Euros, you know. Anyway, Anton Lallana says we tried with LVG and Jose, and they sucked. Give Oli a chance, maybe 6 months to a year's time. Then we can see we get. But
that's what I've been saying, man. I said, Oli, let's just give him a chance, man.
I don't want.
I know we can criticize him as much as.
I'm willing.
And the thing is, a lot of the criticism is justified, but let's not criticize or let's not over criticize, and let's try and see if we can do. Like he's showing us that he's done some things right.
I say we can fluke it. Like I don't rate him as a manager, but I think like it's not that bad. Like we're 8th or 9th, like Arsenal. We're 2nd right now. Next year, if he gets if he gets a few additions, I think we can fluke our way to the league.
That was my point. We need players that are going to bring the output, and that's what I'm saying. It's not the quality of Bruno, but who's going to bring the output that Bruno has. Because look what Bruno's done for the team. I don't think Bruno's even all that.
But if I'm a player, like a key player, like a Bruno, and I win like a league with Oli as manager,
I'll leave.
No. I'll be like, my friends, yeah. You have the meeting, the Ballon d'Or meeting, and all of that. Yeah, I'd be like, I won the league with Oli Gunnar Solskjaer as a manager. I won a Champions League with Oli as a manager.
See, you don't disrespecting him, man.
You have to credit Oli.
You know what it is? It's a handicap. It is
you
a
are disrespecting him, man.
No, it is.
Oli wins the league. I don't want to hear. He's a Premier League winning manager. He deserves all the praise. I don't want to hear.
This is where I got offended. Like he's not that bad. He's not that bad. He's not that bad.
38 season. He would have deserved to win the league. I don't want to hear it's a fluke or other teams were crap. I don't care, fam. If he wins the league, give him all the accolades, bro.
Look how people are moving as a damn won the Champions League. People weren't giving him no accolades, bro.
We spoke about this 2 days ago.
He deserves all the praise, fam.
No, he deserves a praise for one of them a lot, but the other ones he deserves some praise. But I'll look, bro. You know me. I don't think you don't clock who I am. I look at things in so much detail, like, and when I look at Zidane's reign, he deserves credit, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's so many factors that we have to look at. For
Yeah, like,
example,
Ronaldo's
like the
probably
referee
thinking that,
decisions. The referee decisions were bookie,
you
very
know,
bookie.
Ronaldo's kind of thinking also. That's the same as Guardiola though, with his Champions League win with Barcelona.
I've said Guardiola
The
struggled
same
without
thing,
Messi.
you know.
You need a player like Messi to win. He
I
needs a
think
player like
I think
Messi.
in his no, I'm talking about like just refereeing decisions, like
Oh,
the
the referee
thing
decisions are
Chelsea
bookie,
and that.
man. They're bookie, man.
I think the first 4 El Clásicos with Madrid against Mourinho got a red card in every single tie.
Yeah, bookie, man. Right. You know, Barcelona, they die, fam.
What's his name?
But yeah, I was just saying, like, I don't even know what I was gonna say now, fam.
What's his name?
Fam. You know, these conversations can go on forever.
Hey, but it's still the 3 hours, bro.
It's come to 3 hours.
People are still.
Listen, I told my girl I'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
Are people still in the chat?
Yeah, people are still
bro,
here, fam.
Adam Lana says, I'm a Chelsea fan. You guys, alongside Real Madrid and Barca, are the biggest club in the world. I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 28 and United fans from Madrid.
He fits the balance of all our ages. I'm 30.
We have Sky. We have high standards, but we have to be realistic with what team we have now and the manager. So
Fam,
it is
you know what it is, yeah? You know what it is? There was this turning point season, yeah, where what happened? I think we lost. Is it where we lost Herrera?
When what?
We lost Herrera to PSG.
We had like no midfielders.
Oh,
yeah,
was that LVG? I think it was LVG.
I can't remember. There was a season where there was like we had no midfielders. We had like 3 midfielders at the club. We had Pogba, we had Scott and Fred. I think that was it.
Scott Fred?
Fred
was it Herrera? Was it Pogba?
That's even when Carrick came back.
We lost Herrera. Carrick retired. Actually, he retired a while ago. Fellaini was still at the club though.
Yeah, but
I think it's when Fellaini went. So it was under Oliver.
Yeah, when Fellaini, when we needed midfielders.
It was around that period we had no midfielders.
We needed midfielders, and we only had like 3 CMs at the club.
Yeah.
And then Jerry was like to me, "We have to sign a DM. We're going to sign a DM." And I was like, "We're not doing that." And Jerry looked at me like, "What? But we have to." I was like, "We're not doing that. We're not signing anyone." Yeah. And then we sat up here all day on deadline show. Not one signing. That was the year. I was just like,
this team is a joke. This club is a joke.
You're not serious. But I can't remember who was at the club. I think it was Pogba. We had Pogba.
I think it was Pogba, Herrera, Carrick, and Fellaini. That's it.
Yeah, I think it was Pogba, Fellaini, and Herrera. That was it. That was the 3.
Yeah. And the Carrick was obviously retiring.
Yeah, that was the 3. We went into the season. That was our squad.
I remember that.
And then we had was it Mourinho took over? That's the year Mourinho took over, right?
Yeah.
That's the year Mourinho took over. Yeah. And then we went to the season, and then Mourinho had to start using Pereira in the double pivot.
Yes, I remember that very well.
Oh my days!
I remember that very well.
Yeah, I was like United.
Yeah, I think that was the year that epitomizes where we were as a club.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and that's why for me, I've had so much misery, like because I've grown up watching success.
Yeah, right? We've been spoiled, man.
We've grown up with spoiled, and all of a sudden we're going through seasons. I'm looking at that's why I keep talking about players, because as much as I understand that systems and that thing works, it's like I've watching like Ronaldo's and quality midfielders like Paul Scholes and even Carrick, who no one rates. I still rate better than most of our midfielders now. And it's like, why do we have to settle for what we have right now? We've got a mediocre manager, we've got some talented players, and it's like, what can we really do with this right now?
Like what you said, see the obvious weakness thing you said, yeah? Now, our club's obvious weakness is recruitment.
Of course. But the recruitment is of the players. That's my point.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying the recruitment is so shocking that the only way that we can offset that
is the systems and the manager.
It's system and the manager. That's
this is why I say I want trophies. You know why? Because I miss the buzz of winning. Like I get top 4, but I don't feel it. Like I wanna. United have won the trophy. Like I want us to be. I feel
you. But you know, for the same reason, Jerry. Yeah, I feel you, Jerry. I really get it. But for the same reason, I'm tired of the. That's why I said I'm tired of the LVG and then the Joes, and then we do win a trophy because we did win a trophy, and then we're back to square one again. I don't want that. So that's why with this current team and what we're doing right now, if I can see a movement in the right direction of us finishing 3rd, then 2nd, and then let's say 2nd, and then winning Europa, and then next season moving forward. That's what fills me with a bit of confidence. Do you know what I mean? If I don't see that, then something has to change, and that's what I've said to you. Then I'm ready for Ole to, thank you for your tenor. Bye bye. Let's try something else. But as long as we're seeing something moving in the right direction, let's see what will happen.
You know what's hurt me over the years the most is the competitions that I love the most.
Champions League is my biggest one. That's my
and
best
the Premier League. Yeah, like we've just been a joke, man.
We're not competing in these big
We're
trophies.
not competing for those competitions, so I don't really.
You don't really care about Europa.
It might sound rude.
I'm realistic.
I'm with Ricky though. I don't want to win the Carling Cup, Jerry.
I don't care though.
Carling Cup, man.
Yeah, let's grab the trophy.
We should be though. We should.
I'm
going towards there.
Jerry, I'm not saying win the Premier League or the Champions. I'm saying we haven't even been serious. We haven't even been getting to quarterfinals. We haven't even getting to like head like 2-horse race or anything. We haven't been involved.
Yeah, I think that's what Ricky says. What Ricky says is my point. So for me, Jerry, my next level of progress is what he's just described. Now I want to see us move to like semis, like quarter semis of the Champions League, or let's be close to challenging the Premier League. That's the next level of progress for me. For you, it's trophies. I understand that, and I think it's great to capture a trophy in that.
I need because
you want to be happy. You want instant gratification. I teach finance.
I said you want instant
I just think the good work Ollie's doing. I think he needs to win a trophy to stamp it. If we lose that semi-final again,
we're not going to lose, Jerry. Not over 2 legs. I can guarantee you.
Saying that.
Don't snip that.
Jerry, I'm trying to think of the least rude way to say this, yeah. But
don't get your hopes up.
I was going to say something like a pig with clothes on instead of pig. You get me?
That's rude, bro. That's rude.
Only the Europa League doesn't change much. I'm sorry.
Does, bro. I'm telling you, it does. It does.
Yeah. But let's wrap up. Man, I need to shoot off, man. This has been.
So.
I can't believe I've spent 3 hours with I spent about 2 hours. But I've got to sort out a few things before I start the weekend.
No trim for me.
Yeah, man.
No trim for me.
Very good discussion.
Just the last comment from Adam. He says, "Boys, don't accept low standards. I had a fellow Chelsea fans telling me we should keep Lampard even if he finishes 10th. Chelsea fans Jennings didn't want to give Tuchel any credit. Yeah, certain people just have agendas in it. Like if you're finishing 10th, I'm sorry, the manager has to get so.
Yeah. Don't matter. Like even Arsenal with Arteta. I'm sorry, I don't care. He has been horrible. Like 10th.
For him, he even needs to be
amazing, guys. He's doing an amazing job.
Nah, but that is disgusting. If that was happening to my dad, I'll be disgusted.
To be honest,
man.
I have to butt them in the final. So
I would love to butt them in the final.
Wait. If Arteta wins the Europa League, then he's got Champions League football. You can't have him.
Do you know what? If he wins the league, the Champions, the Europa League, I have to give him ratings.
Yeah.
The Europa League.
I still don't rate him as much as probably people will, but I'll rate what he's achieved in terms of that thing. But I'll still say, bro, you can't finish 10th in the league. Like, come on, like
they'll still be eyes though, because them in the Champions League the next season will be jokes, fam. They will get.
They'll come out with immediate effect. Let's be honest. They will come out.
They might get an easy group, man.
No, they might come out of the group.
Not like us.
They will not make it to semis.
Our group with this was dirty, man.
You should have went through, but
we should have went through. But let's end it.
Yeah. So big game on Sunday. Quickly predictions. Jack, what are you saying?
I think it's going to be a dead game. 1-0 United.
Rick, I think you already said 2-0.
2-0.
Adam Lallana. When is the next show, guys? I love you guys. Listen,
I can talk about football forever, you know. It's just I've been busy.
Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't. Smash the like button. The next show will be here back after the game on Sunday, to react to the game. Hopefully to react to a win. But he put in caps, you know. Can you tell me your next show? I'm telling you now, my guy. So Sunday after the Man United Burnley game, make sure you're here. Put that notification bell on so you know when we go live.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do, bro. Just hit the bell notification so every time we post, you get
and subscribe.
And subscribe.
Even
And to
like
all your friends and your brothers and your sisters and your cousins and your uncles and all of that.
Obviously, Chelsea might win the Champions League. I don't want them to, but for you,
I don't know about all that.
I don't mind, man. I don't mind.
Bro, I hate Chelsea, bro.
No, you know why? Because if they can do it, that means we can.
Nah, too sure on that.
Nah. For that argument alone, I don't want that.
Yes, Adam. Yeah, subscribe, man. Thank you for
I think PSG. I'm rooting PSG now, man.
Huh?
I'm rooting PSG.
Wait. You said on the show that Poch can't win the Champions League.
I didn't say that.
No, you did.
No way.
You did.
It depends on what context I was talking about.
You did. You said
no.
You said to me at PSG. You said, do you think Poch is win the Champions League? I said yes.
No. Okay, let me rephrase the thing. I would have never said that Poch can't win the Champions League.
No, because you said that Poch doesn't win stuff.
I would have probably said that. I would have probably said, bro. I would have probably said something like, "Oh, if you're gonna make arguments that this, then someone could make an argument that Poch doesn't win stuff, so he might not win the Champions League or something." But of course, he can win the Champions League. It's possible. You've got PSG.
You think Poch is gonna win the Champions League?
Okay. But I'll retract my statement. I think he can. But when you've got Neymar and Mbappe players,
of course, exactly.
Of course you can.
Of course.
That's
my argument. Once you have the resources at your hand,
of course you can.
If you're a good manager, you should win stuff.
You should. I mean, we'll see. But I'm rooting for them, though. I think.
Adam, last comment says rivalry's healthy. Support us if you face City. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be supporting Chelsea if you face City in the final.
Well, the final. Oh, I'll be a Chelsea fan. First time in my life.
It cannot happen. He says you can support PSG, but we fit. Yeah, like I said, man, you guys need to stop City. Even tomorrow.
Adam, support us on the Europa League when we face Arsenal in the final.
You guys got them. Is it tomorrow, Sunday? You got them in the FA Cup. I'd love for you to win it. City can't be cleaning up these trophies like
yeah, man.
How
dare you?
But yeah, my prediction for Sunday, I'm going for a 2-0 win, just like Rick. I think it will be a standard win. Shout out to Adam. And yeah, man, guys, we're gonna wrap up there. Listen, we all hate Arsenal. It is what it is. Like I said, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. We'll be back on Monday. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.